ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Buffalo SportsCenter stream. I am Don, and right now we are currently getting ready here for this Buffalo Sabres versus Chicago Blackhawks game. But elsewhere, the Bills are currently routing the New York Jets. Surprisingly, I know, that's very shocking. The Bills' offense actually doing things. It looks like firing Ken Dorsey did what most people expected it to do, and that was give a jolt to a struggling Bills offense, and they've put up 29 points so far in one of the best defenses in the NFL. So Josh Allen and the Bills' offense having a fantastic day at the office. Now, it looks like they did just go 3-and-out today. That's their first of the day. Of course, the defense also playing lights out there for the Buffalo Bills, getting a couple of turnovers, including a special teams turnover that occurred on the very first play of the game. Russell Douglas also nabbed his first interception as a Buffalo Bill. And things are looking super nice here for the Jets, who have appeared to have pulled Zach Wilson in exchange for Tim Boyle. So Tim Boyle out there, Zach Wilson has been benched, folks, as the Sabres and Blackhawks, some national anthem stuff happening. The Sabres have lost 3 in a row so far, including a really bad couple of losses. One to the Pittsburgh Penguins when they were shut out 4-0, to the Boston Bruins, which means Cal streamed. They lost that game 5-2. And then on Friday night, they lost to the Winnipeg Jets in a game that the Sabres should have won. They were the better team for the entire game, and yet they still lost 3-2. So it's been a frustrating week here for the Sabres, but they have a good chance to bounce back here tonight against a very young, very inexperienced Chicago Blackhawks team that has limped out to a 5-10 start here this year. But folks, if you are new to this channel, make sure, of course, to hit that like button and subscribe. Looking at the Jets-Bills game a little bit while the Sabres and Blackhawks still have their national anthem pregame stuff working out. Tim Boyle still out there for the Jets. They just picked up a first down courtesy of Breece Hall. They were just before midfield there, but the Bills' defense has been really good this year, as CBS shows a very sad Zach Wilson standing over on the sidelines. Is this the time where they finally cut the cord on him? Because it's been rough today. The Bills' defense has absolutely destroyed him. Very far from what we saw in Week 1 there between the Bills and Jets in the Meadowlands down in New Jersey. First down and 10. Breece Hall gets the carry. Tries to go up the right side of that offensive line, and he does not get anything. Nothing. So yeah, Tim Boyle out there, that's the big story right now, as the Jets down by 23 points versus the Buffalo Bills. Still a quarter to go, but the Bills look well on their way to getting their 6th win of the year. It's a big one, because if the Bills fall to 5-6, they still could fall to 5-6 here today. But if they were to fall to 5-6, that would basically spell an end to this season, kill their playoff hopes, really destroy any chance of them coming back this year. But 6-5, going to Philadelphia next week. Not totally over yet for the Buffalo Bills, but definitely a lot more work to do here. They're just looking at Jeff Skinner, highlighting how Jeff Skinner has been really good this year, folks. 13 points in 17 games, 6 assists, 7 goals, so he's pretty balanced at the moment, although his play hasn't solved the Sabres' woes on the power play yet, which is frustrating. But we got a 3rd and 5 here for the Bills. Jets lining up empty formation. Bills showing pressure. Boyle gets the ball out quick to Gary Wilson. He catches the ball right around the line to gain there. I don't think he got it though. It looks like he was just short, but we're almost there, folks. Almost there. Sabres almost there with the win as the 4th quarter closes out on that Bills game. Or the 3rd quarter closes out, so they're going to head to the 4th quarter real soon. So that's the end of 3. Bills still up by 23. It would be quite remarkable if the Bills were to blow that game. Hopefully they won't. But it's just going to be me tonight. Cal had some personal stuff to take care of, so I will be lonely here. So if you guys want to interact with me in the chat, that would be fantastic. That would be beautiful, because after a while, talking to yourself really does make you feel lonely. And especially when the Sabres don't score any goals, which they haven't been able to do very much this season. The Sabres offense has really struggled after what was a good offensive year last year. But it's scary. This team is reminding me more and more of the 2016-17 Sabres. A lot of optimism, a lot of hope. The only difference is the Sabres have a lot of young core members, whereas that team was definitely built to win now. Lots of veterans up and down the lineup. A lot like how the Detroit Red Wings are built now, or the Ottawa Senators, two kind of mid-teams. But Josh Allen has... I'm just saying, this is kind of a long-ass game for the Bills. It's almost, well, it is 7, and they just are getting started with the fourth quarter, so really long game. It's been a boring game, actually, between the Jets and Bills, because Zach Wilson looked terrible. Tim Boyle, he's a backup quarterback. You really think he's going to lead this team to a 23-point comeback on the road in Buffalo? But it's certainly a rebound for this team that has faced a lot of questions. A lot of alarm bells ringing, and this is going to be a good bounce back. Hopefully, if they hold on, this would be a great bounce back win for the Buffalo Sabres. But make sure to hit that like button. We're already up to 7 likes. Love that. Thank you to whoever was doing that. That's going to boost the algorithm up even more. So thank you, folks, for your support here so far. Still waiting puck drop. Major news for the Sabres here tonight is that Henri Jokiharju is back. He is returning to the lineup here for the Sabres. And I did not catch, actually. I think it was UPL who's starting tonight. I believe it was Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Yep, UPL starting in net for the Sabres here. Peter Mrazek starting for the Chicago Blackhawks. Mrazek, he's not been great, but he's also not been bad either, so. So that's going to be your goalie matchup here tonight as I write down UPL's name. Levi will be backing him up, but I've seen a lot of chatter, and I want to get the people's opinions here a little bit about it. And do you think the Sabres should send Devin Levi down to the minors? Because he's really struggled here this year, so I'm wondering what everyone's opinion is about that. Levi has struggled to open the year. He is AHL eligible, so I mean, I don't know if the Sabres would like to send him down. For some reason, Don Granado has an obsession with a 3-goalie rotation. Kind of confusing. But, I mean, on Friday night, Eric Comrie didn't look all that inspiring, so... Including that third goal. Oh, my God. He's got to save that. I get that Owen Power's creating a sick screen in front of the net, but Comrie's just got to take his head and look over, and he really didn't. So it was a frustrating loss for the Sabres on Friday. But Chicago, the Blackhawks having their Hockey Fights Cancer Night, so they're honoring a bunch of kids with cancer touching ceremony. But it is delaying puck drop, so bear with me for a couple more minutes, everybody. They're going to get underway very soon. That's nice. Oh, and by the way, the Jets did pick up that first down. Tim Boyle, QB sneak up the middle, picked up the first down on the 4th and inches play. Finally, the Jets move into Bills territory here, and he checks it down again. I don't know why. Oh, but we get a fumble here. Looks like the Bills' defense has recovered it. And they lateral it. Oh, my goodness! We may have another score! Whoa! Wow. Oh, my goodness. I cannot believe what I'm watching. Are they going to blow this play dead, or... But I think they're going to call Micah Hyde down after the fumble. Rasul Douglas and Tyrell Dodson contributing there on the fumble. Alan Lazard fumbles the ball. Tyrell Dodson having a fantastic day. And it looked like for a second the Bills defense was about to lateral and go all the way to to the end zone for a touchdown, but no, the refs say the Bills were down by contact right around the 40-yard line. I'm sorry, it's not Alan Lazard, it was Garrett Wilson fumbling that one. But Rousseau Douglas with the fumble recovery, Terrell Dodson with the strip, and the Bills defense gets another turnover there. So the Bills continue to really stomp their foot down, squeezing all the life out of the New York Jets here. And for a team in crisis, the New York Jets, they came into the season with Super Bowl aspirations, and that ended after only 4 plays in Week 1 against the Buffalo Bills, when Aaron Rodgers tore his ACL. Could be back by December, but if this team is not in the playoff race, I don't see why the Jets would try to rush him back. It wouldn't make too much sense because you're only risking another injury to Aaron Rodgers, and you can't afford that. But the Jets' offense is absolutely embarrassing. Really embarrassing. Robert Saleh, Nathaniel Hackett, the play calling is just terrible here. Horrendous. And they're still doing the national anthem here. Jim Corneliuson. I want to hear this. One of the best national anthem guys in the league. But yeah, that's why we have a delayed puck drop here, folks. Chicago is doing a bunch of hockey fights cancer stuff pre-game, and I wonder how much time is left in that Bills game. 14 minutes. Oh my. But it looks like the Bills are going to go to a victory, get their 6th win of the year. A huge victory for this team that, yeah, they really needed it. They really needed it. Alright, there we go. Finally, we're ready. Enough talking about the Bills. It's time, because the Bills are going to win. That's a given. They are going to win this game. Looks like the Jets are down and out. They are dead. They are completely dead now. But, yep, they finally finished all of that. So, folks, the goalie matchup, as I mentioned a couple minutes ago, Ugo Pekka-Luukkonen in net for the Sabres. In for the Chicago Blackhawks, it's Peter Mrazek. He's had solid stats this year, keeping the Chicago in some games. He's 4-4, 286 goals against average, and a 919 save percentage, which is actually really good. For the Sabres, Ukko Pekka-Luukkonen, kind of okay stats. He's got a 292 goals against average and a 909 save percentage with a shutout, and he's got a record of 3-3-1. So the Sabres, they need to win this game, folks. Really need to get a win here. Hopefully they win. Luke Richardson, the coach for the Chicago Blackhawks, and Don Granato, he was under some major fire, or he put his team under some major fire during that intermission against the Winnipeg Jets, where they just did not look to have any life, but they got going, and they put up a quick goal with J.J. Peterka, but just couldn't find that third one, and Zach Benson did get screwed in the final couple minutes when the refs called a bullcrap penalty on only Benson and not any of the other Winnipeg Jets players attacking him. So, fun. Very fun, I know. Alright. Finally got puck drop on the way. Cousins going down the far side. Cousins making moves, taking a quick slapper towards the net. It's stopped by Mrazek. Tuck trying to play this puck back to the point. He cannot. Chicago can break this one out, and Kachuk throws his one into Jason Dickinson with Kachuk right next to him. Throws his one to the Sabre zone, but Tuck with speed coming out again. Trying to look far side. The play was offside, so they can't touch it up yet. Darlene wanted to, but he still had Cousins on one knee in the middle of the zone. But now here's a quick breakaway pass, maybe. Tyler Johnson is in, but he couldn't pull the trigger. He went around to his backhander, had UPO sprawling there, but he would not pull the trigger, and that's a blown opportunity off a bad line change there by the Sabres. Can't afford to get down into a deficit here if you're Buffalo. They throw another puck in on Mrazek. Something off of my microphone? How about now? I don't know. But again, the Sabres throw this one into the zone. My mic is loud? How loud? Is it still ear crushing? There we go. My little diagnostics. There we go. Now it's very loud microphone. Oops, my bad. My bad, everybody. I did not realize that. Usually I have my headphones on when Cal's on. I did not have it on this time, but here, let me change the diagnostics a little bit. That should be a little better. How loud was it? Well, I apologize, everybody. If I was just ear raping you, I apologize. That is my bad. Yeah, no, thank you everyone for telling me. Would not realize it. That's why you guys are so great in the chat. But let me know if this is any better. My thing is not showing up in the red anymore now that I'm looking down at it. But yeah, is it better? Is it good? Is this good, folks? As the Sabres keep working their way around the zone. Let me make sure. I hope it's better. I don't want to scream at in your ears. Still loud? Still a little loud? Hold on. I wish I could, but my headphones broke again. The friggin' wire in this. So I would test it out, but here, let me listen. Turn it on my phone and see how loud it is. Give me a second. Oh my god, I just heard what it was sounding like. I don't know why it was that loud. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. So sorry for that. If it's still loud, let me know. I've turned it down a whole lot. So it shouldn't be anywhere as close as loud as that. It's in the green now on OBS, so unless OBS is lying to me, then it should be okay. I guess I've been proven not to be a good audio mixer. Yeah, that's my bad though, folks. I did not realize I was that loud. That's pretty embarrassing, but Chicago trying to work it down the far side. Pulling in front of the net. They got a quick opportunity in front. Donato stopped by Luukkonen. They send it back to the point, but Connor Murphy could not keep it in. And now they throw it back into the Sabres zone. But folks, tell me right now, thumbs up or down on the audio. Is it better? Better for sure? Okay, let me check one more time on my the actual YouTube. Why is it so loud? Try a couple of maybe I tried there. I don't know what this is gonna sound like, but Sabres, Cousins, near side. Oh, looking back post. He had Skinner going towards the net. Just missed his stick, though. Skinner looking again through the slot, but his pass is picked off by Nick Foligno. Foligno going the other way down the boards. Pulls up right near the corner. Throws this one behind the Sabres net for Owen Power. And now Owen Power back to Matthias Samuelsson, who has played a couple games since returning from injury and not been totally fantastic. But Cousins, this is a guy that needs to step up here. Drops it back for Tuck. Tuck trying to take one towards the net. He cannot. Now Dickinson skates away for the Hawks. Dickinson to Foligno. Throws his one into the far corner for Seth Jones. Jones has it picked off, and now Tuck will go the other way. Alex Tuck pulls up right inside that Sabres blue line. And the Blackhawks quickly take it back, though. My clock is also a little bit ahead by 20 seconds here. But here's Connor Bedard trying to make a couple moves, but it looks like Chicago was in across the line offsides. Folks, is the audio still good? Because I just listened to it, and that still sounds really loud. I am not sure. I did not blow out this mic, did I? I really hope I didn't. Because it is just really, really bad. But, ooh, we got an opportunity. Peterka trying to go to the net. He's had a really good start to the year. Throws it out wide for Casey Middlestad. Middlestad into the slot, looking for an option. Trying to go back post. It's alone in front. Oh, Zach Benson was robbed by Mrazek. Sabres may still have an opportunity. Benson again into the slot instead of shooting. Now they will. That's another diving blocking attempt by Connor Murphy. Zach Benson stoned twice in front of the net. How did he not score? And now Benson again. Benson on the backhander into the slot. Dahlin scores! Ah, finally. Oh, green. Did I... Who blew out my microphone? What the... Yeah, but we got a goal, folks. Rasmus Dahlin, his 4th of the year, set up there by Zach Benson. And yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. I have it at negative 41 decibels currently. I've changed it up a bunch of times. I have my mic, the actual thing here on the mic, all the way at its lowest, and it's still loud. So I really don't understand what's going on with it. It's confusing me just as much as it's confusing you guys. Am I muted? No, I'm not muted. Is it too quiet now? Oh my god, this is annoying. Too low. It's either too low or too high. Don't worry, folks. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this. Oh, but here we go. Tyler Johnson going the other way. Cross-ice pass. Oh, they're trying to go again, but no shot from the Blackhawks there. But now Connor Clifton will skate it away the other way. Good defensive break up there. But is it finally good? It's not too loud or it's too low? Hopefully it's right in the middle. Is it good? Real Deal Prime, or Truth, or whoever's in the chat, Cam TK as well, all of you guys have been really helpful. But is it still too low? I really hope not. I just want you all to hear me. I don't know why my mic was so screwed up. I haven't even touched it since the last stream, in the last videos. So, very confused there. But here's Gergensen spinning around. Oh, there was a Poyer interception. Nice. Is Tim Boyle still in there for the Jets? I saw that they pulled Zach Wilson because, of course, they did. He's terrible. But here's Cousins going around behind the net. Throws it to the point. Dahlin fakes the move. Goes to the outside. Still no shot yet from Dahlin. Drops it back to Cousins. Very quiet. Oh, my God. Now it's very quiet. Okay, we're going to try this. And there's another shot swallowed up there by Mrazek. I sound like a robot? Hold on. Yeah, I'm not sure why, Good lord. Quiet. Okay, we're gonna try this. That's the button? Huh? Much better? Is it better here, or? I just want to perfect it. I don't know. This is better though. This is better because I'm really confused. Because too low, way too much reverb. Oh boy. I gotta go get some headphones. It's a commercial break. I'm gonna go get some headphones so I can actually hear myself instead of doing this blindly. Hold on, folks. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. It's so annoying. Some beats. I know these headphones actually work, so I will be able to hear myself finally. Okay, let's try this. Okay. Yes. No. Okay. Maybe, Can anyone hear me? Yes, like a robot? How about now? Is it better now? This is so annoying. I don't understand what the hell is going on with my microphone. Did someone touch it? Because I know I didn't. Okay. Like, I've been gone this entire weekend, so no one should have been able to touch this other than me. No one's supposedly used it other than me, so this is very frustrating. This is as frustrating for me as it is for you guys, so don't use your mic. I don't have any other way to communicate, though, with you guys. This is the same mic that I've been using all year long. You don't want to hear Rob Ray's terrible analysis? Yeah, I wouldn't. Rob Ray's a little bit of a meathead. He's a good guy, though. I've met him in person. He's a decent person. I played soccer against his kid. But the Blackhawks off the defensive face-off clear this down the zone, and even when I plug in, I can't even hear anything out of my headphones. What the heck is going on? I am so sorry, folks. What is this? Why does this not want to work? It should work. I'm pissed off now. I'm getting angry. Like, at least the Sabres and Bills are both winning, but I am genuinely getting angry now because my mic just doesn't want to work. And usually, none of the things have changed. And I can't even hear myself out of the headphones. So, like, what's the problem? And it says it's on. Oh, good lord. What is this not gonna work? I may have to end this stream, folks, because I just cannot figure out what is going on with my microphone. Sounds better, just try to sit back. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sit back away from this thing. No, I have nothing. I just have the headphones plugged into the mic, and the mic is plugged into the computer. There should be no problems. This is how I normally set it up, but I mean, a little staticky. Oh my god. There may be something wrong with the actual microphone wire. The game must go on. Agreed. Yes, the game must go on. Despite my mic troubles, the Sabres have a rush. I'm going to try to sit back a little farther away from the mic so that you guys aren't either ear raped or it's too low. Hopefully this is a better distance. But yeah, the game must go on. There's a quick shot towards the net. It's stopped there by Luukkonen. It sounds better. That's better. I want it to be perfect, though. Oh, we got a turnover there, right at the edge of the zone. Middlestat turns it over. There's a quick shot. Trying to get to the front of the net is Ryan Donato. Yeah, Carp, he is a little cliche. And I mean, I would say the same thing about, I don't know, who was the guy before that was, I didn't love him. He was a little too boring. It was the guy before Rob Ray. I can't remember his name at this time. This works? This works? Well, Baron, I think Carp with Marty Baron, he used to coach my hockey team, but with him, I think he's a little too chatty. He kind of gets on my nerves at some points because he's so happy, and I want to be as happy as him, you know? Yeah, and I can't. But I kind of am today because the Sabres and Bills are both winning at the moment. As the Sabres go into the zone, Krebs drops it back. Skinner trying to pull a trigger in the high slot. His shot was blocked by the Blackhawks defenseman, and it goes all the way up to the neutral zone. The Sabres trying to look for a quick break the other way again. Krebs trying to drop this back to Yoki Arku at the line, but it's tipped away, and now Bedard leads a rush the other way. Bedard sends his pass into the slot. It wasn't corralled there by Lucas Reichel, though, but Reichel keeps it alive. Yeah, this is BS, Carp. I'm sorry. If it's still bad, folks, I really do apologize. This is the same settings as before. I'm not really sure. Someone must have touched it when I was gone because it was fine before and it's screwed up now. So I'm just really confused. And I'm praying it's not something wrong with the actual mic wire that connects this to the computer. Because if that were the case, then I wouldn't be able to stream for a little while as I wait to get a replacement on the wire. Because it shouldn't sound this staticky. I have it at negative 27. It's at negative 27 decibels. And I've been gone all weekend long. There is no way that it suddenly just turns into being bad. I mean, I've had it on a couple of different modes. It was Mike Robitaille. Yeah. Well, there was another guy too, who was also really boring. Do you remember though back in the day when it was Kevin Sylvester doing the intermissions? And I just remember how boring outside of Rick Jeanneret the Sabres broadcast was. So I mean, Carp, you've mentioned it already. If you have like issues with Rob Ray, I still think his commentary is better than before. I love the Sabres broadcast way more than how it was 10 years ago. Did Mike Robitaille mess with Don's mic? He must have. I think Mike Robitaille was in here and he screwed it up. He was messing with me a little bit. Someone has played a prank, and we're going to have to start pointing fingers, and I think one of them will be at Mike Robitaille. Looks like he did it. He's the guy that did it. Let me check now. I'm going to check again how it's sounding on the stream, because I can't hear anything with the headphones on. So I'm a little annoyed. So give me a second. Razor rocks, yeah. Here, you know what, folks? I'm going to unplug it from the actual computer and plug it back in. Hopefully that fixes the issues here. Okay, do that. Please, why can't I hear anything? We're gonna have to start pointing fingers, and I think one of them. Why can't I hear anything? Here, let me. Yeah, I think Victor Olofsson. He heard I was mocking him on the stream, and decided to. How better? Much better? Are we getting back to normal here? I'm going to listen again to the stream. Hopefully it's a little better, because I just unplugged it, replugged it, then on the other input end, then I unplugged it and replugged it back in. How better? Much better? Are we getting back to normal here? Yeah, we're not getting back to normal. Passed on. We are not getting back to normal. Nope. My microphone is still trying to torture me. I don't want it just much better. I want it perfect. I need it to be perfect. Oh boy. But looks like while I was gone, Hulu I'm getting technological problems on both ends. But during that commercial break, there was a quick shot, hit the mask of Mrazek. He had kind of wiggled it off. He felt it unstrapped a little bit there. And that took a couple more seconds off the clock. But it's got to do something. I don't know. But folks, if it keeps sounding bad, I got to go find a working pair of headphones that I can actually listen to myself with. Jesus loves you. Jesus, I know Jesus loves me, but right now I know my mic ain't loving me. For some reason, my microphone does not love me. I know Jesus does. Jesus may love me, but my microphone is not at the moment. During the intermission, I will go find a... It's 90%. Okay. Is it still, like, ear raping you guys a little bit? Is it scratchy? Little... I don't know. Like, it sounds like I'm rubbing sandpaper on the microphone. But if it's better, I'll keep going. But, yeah, if you don't know already, the Sabres did score a goal, courtesy of Rasmus Dahlin. The Sabres do have a 1-0 lead, and this is a must-win game here tonight. Blackhawks send this one back in. Oh, looks like we added a field goal. This Bills added a field goal. It's 32-6 currently. But here's Nick Foligno working his way around the Sabres end. Sends it back to the defenseman Alex Vlasic, the rookie. They keep working it around the zone. Here's Vlasic again. Why the one-timer from Dickinson was blocked before it could get through to UPL. Again, back to Vlasic, his quick shot towards the front of the net. It didn't make it again to UPL, and the Sabres can finally get it out. Not ear damaging anymore. Let's go. Woo! No more ear damage. Here, I'm going to listen in one more time. Still a little too scratchy. I don't like how scratchy this is sounding, given how quiet I have it. But here's Peterka going up the ice, throws it in front of the net, and nobody there for the Sabres going to get a stick home. And now it's going to go taken back the other way. Is that going to be a call against Buffalo? I hope not. Peterka and Middlestad both over there. Zach Benson working his hardest right now. Zach Benson, of course, still looking for his first career NHL goal for Buffalo. Power working it around, plays this through the neutral zone. It's tipped into the Chicago zone. And now the Blackhawks can return the favor here. Taylor Hall, former Sabre. Sabre great right there. Taylor Hall trying to go into the Sabre zone. He cannot. Samuelson steals the puck from him, gives it to Olofsson, who chips it along to Peyton Krebs, who enters the Hawks zone. Back inside, trying to get the return feed. He couldn't, but the Sabres keep it alive down there. Olofsson to the point. Power makes a move. Gives it to Dahlin now. Dahlin trying to get it into the zone, but he cannot. Maybe Taylor Hall had a break. Oh, he got leveled there, though, at center ice by Dahlin, and he just kind of shuffles this into the Hawks zone, where we'll go back for an icing call against Buffalo. But yes, during the intermission, I will go find a pair of headphones that actually work, you know, that aren't stupid, because currently I have 2 headphones and I've gone 0 for 2 in terms of actually listening to stuff. I don't know why. But 5:20 to go here in this first period. Sabres up by 1. Bills game also wrapping to a close with the Sabres up. Oh, there's a good shot in front. Oh, how did they not score? Another opportunity. That shot from the point goes wide. Again across the Vlasic. Down low to Bedard. Down in front. There's a tip on goal. Still loose in front. Nobody there for Chicago. And they work it back to the point. Again, it's Bedard to Vlasic. What a move by him. Vlasic down low into the corner for Foligno. Back to Tyler Johnson, the former Tampa Bay Lightning player. Johnson for Bedard. Bedard to the point for Vlasic. Out wide for Seth Jones. Down low. There for Philip Kurashev. Kurashev works his way back to Bedard at the point. He sends it out wide for Jones. Chicago putting on a lot of pressure here in the Sabres end. Vlasic to Bedard. Down low. In front. Oh, really? Tyler Matakevich? And the Sabres ice the puck again. That's when you know the game is over. When Tyler Matakevich is starting at linebacker, middle linebacker for the Buffalo Sabres. Can you imagine if the Bills hadn't lost to Denver, though? We'd be 7-4 right now instead of 6-5. Could have been a whole... Well, and also the Bills would still have Ken Dorsey, so actually that's kind of a... It's a little bit of, I don't know. Depends on how you look at it, but off the face-off, Jordan Greenway chips this one out of the zone. Good defensive play there by him, and the Sabres can finally get some changes here as the Hawks come in with speed again. Kevin Korchinski throws this one behind the Sabres net, around a Hall, back up top. 12 men on the field, yes. Oh, there's a quick shot in front. Tyler Johnson trying to get that to the front of the net, but the Sabres looking a bit flat here at the moment. There's a quick shot on goal. It deflects on net, and UPL, he looked behind him, didn't know where it was. But finally sat his ass down and got a whistle there. Another commercial break here for the Sabres. Still up 1-0 with 3:55 to go, and I'm going to, again, listen to how this is sounding on stream. We're going to go to the third pair of headphones here, folks, to try, so I can try to actually fix this. Can I? And I still can't hear anything. What in the world is going on with my microphone? There may actually be something wrong with this. I can't hear myself. Can I hear anything? Let me... Madakevich injured. Nice. Nope, that's not updated. It's 32-6. So yeah, we're in a commercial break here, folks. Yeah. I just can't hear anything out of my microphone. This is really concerning. My mic may be broken. Because I can't hear anything that I'm actually saying through this. It sounds much better. Yes, but I'm freaking out because this doesn't sound perfect. And I don't want to drive potential people away because it sounds scratching a little ear rapey. So I just... Oh my god. I think I know the problem. It should be. Okay. Well, I'll fix that during the break, but I just figured out the problem, folks. I just figured out the problem. Yeah. Yeah, there is in fact a problem here. But I do know what's going on. I think it is a wire issue here for my microphone, but anyways, the Sabres game is still going on. I hate to have to worry about this. I should have been better and worried about this before the stream, but nope, didn't do that. I'll get the chat back on. Rasul Douglas, 2 hits and a fumble recovery. Yes, and an interception 2 interceptions. He just got another one? Good for him. But Chicago, again, coming back into the Sabre zone with speed. Throws this one to the corner. But yeah, I'm starting to realize why I can't hear anything. And I do think I know what's going on. Even though my light is on here for the thing, I don't think this is actually connected to my... It says on OBS that it's connected to a USB advanced audio device. So, as the Blackhawks send this one out of play. Oh, you guys like the invisible bottle? Huh? Invisible bottle. Sabres win offensive zone faceoff. Oh, he goes to the front of the net. Cousins, he spins around and sends one towards the net again. Sabres trying to put some pressure on with the first line out here. Clifton, nice move along the blue line, sends it out wide. There's another quick one-timer. Got blocked before it could get there. Eric Johnson again. Johnson, rubbed out along the boards, somehow gets it to the back post. Talk! Oh, but it just is about to pull the trigger on that shot. Had it stripped from him. And Ryan Donato for the Blackhawks gets us into the Sabres zone where he will get a line change and actually keep it there. Hawks keep it in the zone. Cousins could not clear it again in the corner. He can't clear it again. Stay hydrated with invisible liquids. Absolutely truth. Totally right there. Come on, Sabres, get this puck out. Maybe get an odd-man break here. Tuck does. 3-on-2 here for the Sabres going into the Hawks zone. Tuck to the front of the net looking for Skinner. Could not connect on the final pass, and with a minute 20 to go here in this first period, Chicago going the other way. They were trying to go into the Sabres zone, but were offsides. They can't touch up on it. Sabres can come back the other way here with Victor Olsson, who nearly costed me $300 on Tuesday by making me pay for his jersey in a goat head version from the Sabres store. But here comes the Blackhawks again into the Sabres end. Johnson trying to spin around a pass towards the slot. Again, had it intercepted, and the Sabres going back with speed with Greenway. Jordan Greenway sends a backhander softly onto Mrazek. He blockers it towards the corner, but the Sabres jump there first. Victor Olsson to the point. Cross to Jokiharju to the defenseman. There's a shot. Deflects just wide of the target. And the Hawks get it out with only 40 seconds to go here in this first period. Sabres have it just inside their own blue line. Right around center ice. Greenway spinning back with that. But yeah, at the end of the first period, I'm going to unplug this again because I do think I know the problem here, and it's a wire problem. You need that medium Hauser? It keeps popping up in my recommended, folks. It's so sad, but I'm going to buy that. I will buy it. There's another shot that goes just wide of the net. Again in front. Sabres trying to force it into the slot here, but that's going to be at the end of the first period. All right. Now this is going to be the time. Yeah. Kyle Allen in the game. Nice. Just doesn't want to recognize my microphone on my computer, so something definitely did happen. I'll show the Sabres how they're doing. But yeah, after one. Gonna keep on finding it. Hey, Coyote. Folks, the story of tonight is that my microphone may be stupid. It just doesn't want to, nothing ever want to works for good old Don. Nothing ever, come on. Let's go. It's a final. Is it final yet? Yeah, you're right, it is final. W. The Sabres, or the Bills finally get a victory. So proud of them. They finally did the bare minimum. Crushing all hope out of the New York Jets, as they should. Yeah, you're right, it is final. It's a hard knock life for us, and I'm going to stomp on this mic. I'm going to stomp on the... Okay, please stop going out of focus. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with the actual wire here itself. Which is slightly concerning. It's a little quiet now. Do I continue this live stream? Folks, do you think I should? Because I really don't want to keep hurting your ears. And I also am getting very annoyed that someone definitely touched my mic. Definitely, because this wire should not be screwed up like it is. I'm trying, it's either too high or too low, and something is really wrong with it. That someone definitely touched my mic. But folks, I'm going to leave it up to you whether you guys like the current mic, because I don't know if I'm going to get any better with this. Go for it? Okay. If it's not too bad for you guys now, I'm going to stop worrying about this until after the stream, and that is when I'm going to go crack some skulls and investigate how much it costs for a micro USB to USB cable. That actually isn't that much. But yeah, folks, just coming in, the Bills bounce back with a huge victory over the New York Jets. The Bills definitely needed that one. Pick up a monster 32-6 victory here. Nothing left to the imagination as to who the better team was. Greg, I'm glad you guys say that. I will listen to the people, I'll listen to the masses, and go for it. I will keep going, and I will no longer worry about my mic for the rest of the stream unless something actually gets bad. Buy Bitcoin, get a new mic. Well, I think it's just a wire issue. And looking online here, a bunch of the wires that I would be using, I'm finding for like $5. So I think it is a wire issue, and if it is, that's an easy fix. I just hope it's not an actual mic issue, but 4 days ago when I last used it, it was fine. But folks, do you want to know who the sponsor of today's stream is? It's the people who made this invisible bottle. The people who made this invisible bottle are the ones who are sponsoring the stream. Stay hydrated, stay unthirsty, go buy yourself an invisible water. Link to that is down in the description. You can get an invisible bottle totally for free. The water, unfortunately, is not provided. So, folks, go buy an invisible water. Thank you, Invisiblers and the Invincibles, for sponsoring this stream. Greg, you're saying, and plus, you're not that bad, not like earlier, and even if you complain about the mic, it's all good. I'd be pissed too. Yeah, no, I just don't want to be, like, complaining the entire time. Invisible Illuminati Liquids. Yes, that's actually the company name. Invisible Illuminati Liquids. They are the ones who do this, okay? That's them. Invisible Illuminati Liquids. Thank you, folks, for your support, and thank you, Illuminati, for supporting this stream here today. But yeah, Rasmus Dahlin, the only goal so far here in today's game, he stepped down from a pass from the boards, picked it up in the high slot, and wired it far side, blocker side, low on Peter Mrazek, and that's the only goal so far in today's game. But yes, the Bills win. The Bills have won, ladies and gentlemen. So happy about that. They finally got going again. But again, prayers for Taylor Rapp. Hopefully he's okay. It sounded like I heard he did not go to the hospital. He did not go to the hospital, so that is, of course, a major positive if you're a Bills fan, because Lord knows we cannot afford another injury here. But yeah, Bills get a huge W. They kicked ass, and they could have won this game and not looked convincing whatsoever. But the game plan on offense, there actually looked like there was a game plan on offense. That's what I'm trying to say. There was an actual game plan on offense, ladies and gentlemen. Josh Allen had one of his best performances over the last 2 months. Best one, I think, since we played the Miami Dolphins way back in Week 4. But nice to see that the offense for the Bills finally got going, and it's good to also know that this Bills defense can hang in there. They only gave up 6 points on one singular scoring drive just before the halftime break. And the Bills are over 500. They're over 500, and Joe Brady is now 1-0 when he's the offensive coordinator. But yeah, I would love to see the Buffalo Sports double dip today. That would be awesome. So yeah, folks, let's get happy. Let's get hyped. It's a good day. It's a fantastic day, actually. I know, too many injuries. Yeah, Rasul Douglas finally had his breakout. Well, I think Buffalo Highlights, you mean that was the best trade, best acquisition. Because we traded for Rasul Douglas. He was known to be a ball hawk in Green Bay, and today he finally showed off those attributes. He picked off the Jets quarterbacks twice. And he also had a fumble recovery, so I don't know. You can't really get any better than that. But unfortunately for the Bills, it does not get easy next week. Now they're entering the tough part of their schedule. They're going to be facing off against the Philadelphia Eagles. Philly, yikes. Going to be a tough one. Oh, yeah. Oh, but yes, the Bills did get that win, and currently the Sabres have, they're in a good position to win. But if you didn't notice, outside of all my angerness, trying to figure out what's wrong with my mic, Alex Tuck had a really good first period there for the Buffalo Sabres. Looked really good, and that's what you need. You need more from him. And Zach Benson, he almost scored like 3 times just before Rasmus Dahlin finally did. So Zach Benson still looking for his first career NHL goal. It's coming for him. I really do think he's getting closer to that. Yeah, Philly, KC. Well, Philly, the bye week, Kansas City, and Dallas, but Dallas, I'm confident because they don't do very well on the road. Kansas City, if the Bills' offense can just get themselves going here, that Kansas City Chiefs' offense isn't that great this year outside of Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, of course. And then Philly, that's the game where I am afraid of that the Bills will go to 6-6 because Philly, despite them being in a close game almost every single week this year, they've been able to grind out wins. So it doesn't matter at the end of the day. The Bills have not been able to grind out wins. Philly has. So, I mean, if we look at it in that mindset, then it's pretty good. Krebs, meh. He was kind of meh. I wouldn't really say he did all that much for the Bills the Sabres, in that first period. Oops. But yeah, there's the that's the result from earlier. But Krebs, yeah, I wasn't too impressed with how he did. He was kind of invisible again during that first period. I really do hope, because he's one of those guys that the Sabres really need to get going with Tage Thompson out for some significant periods of time. I created an innovation last stream where we had the intermission time. So I will put that up. INT. So about 4 more minutes before we get back. It's not really that loud anymore. Thank gosh. I'm happy. Is everyone in agreement with truth? If not, that's okay. If you disagree with truth there, I just really hope that the audio is better. And then after the stream, I will investigate further and see what the hell is going on with my microphone and make sure I don't have to go get a new one. But hey, if I have to go get a new one, Christmas is rolling around, so I could always go get a Yeti mic. Those things are insanely nice. I would love to have one of those. They're a little bit bigger though, but would love to go get a Blue Yeti microphone. I'm just going to look at the final stats here for this Bills game. Josh Allen, 20 for 32, 275 yards, 3 touchdown passes, and an interception. James Cook had 73 yards on 17 carries, so a good day for him. Latavius Murray, another solid day in the short yardage. Yeah, Khalil Shakir, 3 catches, 115 yards for the Buffalo Bills. Nice. Ty Johnson had his first touchdown catch as a Buffalo Bill. But yes, truth is right. If you disagree, then you got to go buy a medium Michael Hauser shirt from Fanatics.com or the NHL shop. That is your... That's how we shall punish those who dissent against the opinion of the greater community. You cannot disagree with the rest of us. No. Absolutely not. Oh, and I also wonder if you guys have noticed that I put the Blackhawks logo backwards. Put the Chicago Blackhawks thing backwards here tonight. But we got a couple more minutes here for the first intermission, and then second period we'll get back underway. Invisible drink makes it so Don can see the future. Yes, and in the future I see that the Bills do not win the Super Bowl this year, and the Sabres may or may not make the playoffs. That is my future prediction. See? That's courtesy of the invisible people. The invisible people got it. They understand it. They know it. There we go. It's vodka? Future Don wears a Mike Hauser shirt proudly. I would always. I just need to go out and buy one. The problem is I don't fit into a medium shirt anymore. I fit into larges. I don't like... Medium is kind of tight on my gut. I have too much of a gut now. But we're almost ready to go here for the second period, folks. I'm just going to get rid of this and get 20 minutes on the board. But I thought it was an okay first period there from Buffalo. Would love to see them add, because there were moments in that first period where Chicago really were pushing for it. They were going for the equalizer. But that's the one thing, though, about Chicago this year. They have been competitive. And for the Sabres, they got to be wary of that, and also remember that it's not often that they can win in Chicago. I don't understand why, but the Sabres just don't know how to win in Chicago. Well, I promise you, folks, if they had my size, I would wear a Michael Hauser shirt proudly. Okay? I would wear one loud and proud. I look skinny? Yeah, well, I just have a very skinny. I look good, and then my gut just kind of like, and I get self-conscious. It's a whole thing. It's a whole body image thing. We have a body image problem in America. I'm a part of that. So, Jeff Bezos, can you please fix that? You wear small? Lucky man. Lucky man. I am small though. I'm the biggest man in the whole wide universe. That's what I am. But I'm getting bigger because of whatever is in this bottle. There may be steroids in this invisible bottle, folks. You don't know. You can't see. You can't see what's in there. There could be vodka, there could be water with steroids. You don't know. You just got to trust me on this one. Gonna have to trust me. The Bob's Burgers look. Yeah, pretty much. That's I look like a vintage Bob's Burgers character. That's me. But here we go, folks. We are underway here with this second period as the Sabres turn it over into the slot. Quick shot there from Dickinson. Actually, he fanned on it, but the Sabres still have to contend with some pressure in their own zone here after the early turnover. Seth Jones has it at the blue line, gives it to Vlasic. Vlasic out wide to Dickinson. Takes a shot. It's stopped by UPO. Rebound goes to the corner, goes out wide. Sabres chip it along the boards. Can they get it out? No. Nick Foligno, the veteran for Chicago, keeps it in. He gives it to Dickinson. Tries to throw this one towards the crease. Kurashev was there but couldn't get a stick on it. Sabres still under some pressure here early on in the first minute of this period. There's another quick shot towards the net. Finally, the Sabres can get the rebound and lift this one out of the zone and clear it and get some line changes here. But Chicago looking for a quick break, but no. Middlestat was on that puck. Middlestat has it along the blue line, trying to hold on to it, but he can't. Has it stripped away by Lucas Reichel. And Reichel going through center, had its play picked off, and Benson leads the rush the other way. Gives it to Peterka. Peterka! Off the crossbar! He hit the crossbar. Oh, JJ was coming close there to his 8th goal of the year. Nearly had it for Buffalo. Mega Forehead has performance-enhancing invisible liquids on tap. I can neither confirm nor deny that claim. You know, Tony, it would be lovely to have the budget to have backup mics. That budget is very limited, though. Although YouTube is going to pay me here this period. But looks like the Sabres, off that win, took a stupid penalty. Casey Middlestat's going to get called for a hook in the offensive zone, which is brutal. You don't want to be doing that. And he's going to go sit down for 2, and the Chicago Blackhawks will have their first opportunity on the power play here tonight. But yeah, Tony, I may have to go and invest in some backup microphones. I could just get the same version of this, because this one was only $40. I went cheap with this. Maybe that's why it's breaking, because it's cheap. Should I double down and get another cheap microphone, folks? Maybe. Anyways, though, Sabres go to the power play, or to the penalty kill, and right off the face-off, they're going to clear this one all the way down the zone. The Sabres have the 10th best penalty kill so far this season in the NHL. Blackhawks only have the 27th best power play, so they've struggled. But Connor Bedard is looking to change that here. He leads the rush for the Blackhawks into the zone, but he has the puck stripped from him, and Eric Johnson will again clear this puck down the ice. Seth Jones going to generate some speed and come back here for the Blackhawks, but now he drops it back for Bedard, who drops it back then in turn for Taylor Hall. Hall across the line, looking for Corey Perry. Couldn't find it there. Gergensen instead sniffs it out, gets us across the blue line, and clears the zone once more. 1:10 to go here on this Chicago power play. Middleset in the box for a hook as Bedard looking to go end-to-end here. He had some speed, but right as he was about to take the shot, he had it blocked. It's proven invisible liquids and New Dawn can't fit a medium shirt all of a sudden. Yeah, it's a proven fact, folks. But again, Sabres, they gotta clear that one. Tyler Johnson, second power play unit out here for Chicago, has it out wide. Seth Jones looking for the pass again, trying to feed it down low for Foligno. Foligno walking to the front of the net, but it just trickled away from him, and UPL will get a paw on it. The Invisible Illuminati Human Growth Syrup sponsors Buffalo SportsCenter. Yeah, it's a mouthful, but yeah, Truth is right. He is Truth, I think you should be the official spokesperson for all sponsors. You got to be able to tell the people who's sponsoring these streams, because I can't do it quite as good as you. You do it pretty well. 28 seconds to go here on this penalty kill for Buffalo. Chicago wins another faceoff. Kurashev into the slot. Kurchinski's shot was deflected in the high slot, but UPL saw it all the way. No screen in front of him, and he makes yet another save here. Young defenseman there, rookie for the Blackhawks. Kurchinski, seen as a project defenseman, surprisingly made it out onto the team out of training camp, and again, surprisingly, has stuck with the team past his 9-game conditioning stint. So it looks like he'll be a part of this team for a while. But right off the face-off, Chicago wins it, but Kurchinski cannot keep it in the zone. He's going to have to backtrack it there. Puck just kind of rolled under his stick. And now with 9 seconds to go here, Chicago maybe one last chance on the rush. Kurashev across the line, 4 seconds to go. They're forced to the boards, play it down low. Power play has expired, but they get in front of the net and they score! Okay, Taylor Radish, right as the power play was expiring, tips one past the shoulder of UPL, and the Chicago Blackhawks have tied this game up at 1. Taylor Radish, the former Tampa Bay Lightning player. And the Sabres, who have not been playing their best of hockey lately, just kind of lollygagging a little bit there in front of the net. Did that go in? No, yeah, definitely after the fact. Yeah, it definitely went in. It's going to count for Taylor Radish. Luukkonen was lunged over, leaning forward, and that puck was tipped high over his shoulder into the top of the net. And Chicago may have another opportunity here. A quick snapshot there from Mackenzie Entwistle. Was stopped by UPL. The Sabres going to have to get some momentum somehow here with Olofsson. Olofsson tipping this one on goal for Mrazek. Mrazek holds it up for his defenseman. Chicago trying to generate some play here. They're going through center, but the Sabres take it away, though. Again, they have the puck, firing this one into the Chicago zone. Olofsson on the forecheck, couldn't get to it, but the puck rolls all the way back around for Henri Jokiharju. Off the boards, Jokiharju goes for Olofsson, trying to tip this one deep into the zone, but he can't. And now it could spring maybe an odd man rush the other way, but Owen Power actually cleans it up well, and he's going to take another call. High stick to man, and the Sabres are going back to the penalty kill. Right after they gave up a goal, moments after the first one, Owen Power with a loose stick, high sticks, Reese Johnson, who was on the forecheck there, and Sabres really have not come out to play here in this second period. This is annoying. I don't know why we have to play like crap. Alright, right off the face-off, Hall shoots one towards the net. It's deflected off the stick of Samuelson and goes out of play. Buffalo SportsCenter is always spicy like McCormick spices, just in time for the holidays. Yes. You're welcome, Ross. Hope I'm doing my best in spite of audio issues. I'm like a Fox commentator. Fox always has the worst audio. Kevin Harlan's the best, though, for CBS. But Jordan Greenway may have an opportunity here shorthanded. He's one-on-one with Seth Jones going the other way, but the puck rolls off his stick. He's going to fling it to an open boards, but Peter Mrazek jumps out, stops play there, and leaves it there for Seth Jones, who's going to skate up ice once again. He drops it back for Connor Bedard. Bedard going across the blue line here, loses control of it, and maybe Greenway can have an opportunity this time. Now he decides, I'm just going to chip it into the Blackhawks zone. Oh, wow, Ross, where are you? Where are you in the UK? I visited England, which I know is not all of the UK, but I visited England last April. I went to London, Newcastle, and Manchester, and Salisbury. So I wonder where you're from. Love to talk to you about England. I loved England when I went there. But Seth Jones off the point, trying to get it to Hall. He feeds it across, looking for Bedard. It was slightly behind him. Gathers up control of it, though. Goes down the boards, banks it back up top for Jones, who steps forward, takes a shot. It's blocked in front. It was a high shot, and there was a Chicago man who took the worst of it. And while he was down and out, the Sabres decided that was a good opportunity to launch this puck down the ice. 30 seconds to go here for Chicago on this power play. Krasinski, again, drops it back. Chicago across the blue line. Goes into the corner. Taylor Radish on chase, but he couldn't get to it. The only goal scorer there for Chicago couldn't get to it, and the Sabres again will clear the zone. That probably is going to do it here for the second Chicago power play, but unlike the first one, the Sabres got to be careful in the seconds afterwards to not give up the second goal here, because they've definitely been on the back foot here. No, they almost had it. Tyler Johnson looking for the redirection in front, but that's going to end that power play. That was the final opportunity there. Sabres still can't get control of this puck. Chicago has it behind the net. Kurashev to the far side. Kurashev gets it down low for Johnson. Yeah, Ross, I visited Salisbury, visited the cathedral down there in the Magna Carta, and went to Stonehenge and everything. So it was a cool place, cool area. Towards the south of England, but odd man rush. Oh, that's a great, what a sliding block there by Eric Johnson. Went on to his own knees there, spreading himself out so far wide. Just got a little piece of that one, but Chicago keeping the pressure alive here in this period. Samuelson trying to throw this one out of the zone, but second period shots currently in favor of Chicago, 5-0. So that just shows the true domination. Again, Entwistle for Chicago below the goal line. Gets it to Connor Murphy. Murphy in the corner trying to get this one in front. He can't. Sabres will finally clear and get down the ice. It won't be far enough for an icing. Zach Benson chasing after this one. But the Sabres just look lifeless here in the second period. I'm not sure where that team from the first period went, but ever since the J.J. Peterka crossbar opportunity, it's just been all Chicago. And it probably doesn't help that they've had 2 power play opportunities. But Chicago goes across the Sabres blue line offsides. So with 12:14 to go, MSG is deciding to go to their first commercial break, unfortunately. But yeah, that's cool. We get people from across a couple of different countries here. That's nice. Yeah, hopefully the Sabres can get whatever's in here, you know? Some steroids, performance-enhancing kind of things. Yeah, but Salisbury, really cool place. I was very happy that I went there. Actually, I have a funny story, though, from when I was in Salisbury, England. After we went to Stonehenge, we're on a tour bus, and we're going back into the actual, Salisbury town. And they stopped at some ancient, castle. I don't know. It was a medieval English castle that isn't really there anymore. Just some bare ruins of it remain. And my brother and I, Dictator Nick and I, hopped off the bus. We're walking around, and we lose track of our tour group. And at that point, we're about only about 2, maybe 3 miles outside of the village. But we didn't really feel like waiting for another bus to come rolling around, so we decided to walk all the way from the ruins, about 3 miles back into right to the cathedral. And we got there just before they closed, so we walked straight to wherever they had the Magna Carta. Got to see that up and close and personal, so I remember that. That was a fun memory right there. And I also remember during that time it was if you're a soccer fan, Champions League soccer was going on, and Chelsea was facing Real Madrid, and that was the year Real Madrid made it to the finals after coming back against every single team in each knockout stage. So we were watching it there with a bunch of Chelsea fans, which, why would you be a Chelsea fan, by the way? Being a Chelsea fan must suck. It must suck. Because they suck. But we have return to play here, just looking at a couple of replays. Eric Johnson with that aforementioned last gasp block there that he made in the high slot. Probably saved a goal there if you're Buffalo. But now the Sabres looking to get something going here in the offensive zone. Tuck on the backhander, drops it into the slot. Cousins, just as he was about to pull the trigger, again had the puck roll over a stick. That's happened to a couple of guys so far here in this game. Here's Ryan Johnson. Ooh, slithered his way by one man. Cousins trying to do the same. Could not. Ryan Johnson again there to clean things up for Buffalo. Gets it to Cousins, who fires it across ice for Tuck. Tuck, long-range wrister, goes on goal, and the Sabres finally have a second period shot. I know. Brilliant. Guys, can we get some clapping? Good job for the Sabres to finally shoot the puck. I know. It's crazy. It's shocking. It's insane. Yeah. You're an Arsenal fan. I'm a Newcastle fan. I don't know how you guys feel about Newcastle. I know we just beat you guys. Newcastle beat Arsenal a couple of weeks ago on what was a perfectly legal goal. VAR upheld a proper good goal. Okay? It was a real goal. So I know you're an Arsenal fan. You may disagree with that, but that ball never went out of bounds, and that was not a foul on Partey or whatever, Gabriel. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Gabriel. Gabriel dove. And it looks like there's a little bit of a glass issue, so the on-ice crew for Chicago has to come out here, and that means there's going to be another stoppage for the Sabres and Blackhawks game as a little piece of rubber came out of place right near the penalty box. You didn't mind Newcastle? I don't know. I went around, but this was before Newcastle was like actually good. Does everyone hate Newcastle over there in England, or they still don't care about us? You're neutral on it? Huh. Yeah, good answer. I know Arsenal Fan TV, AFTV, wasn't all that happy about the goal going in. My brother's an Arsenal fan. Me and him were watching it, and he was furious. He was pissed off when they called that a goal. But yeah, it looks like there's a little bit of an issue there on the ice. So MSG again goes to another commercial break as the on-ice crew tries to fix that. And folks, just a reminder here that the Bills just destroyed the New York Jets and won their game a couple of hours ago, 32-6. Really good there for the Bills to bounce back. Sabres looking to bounce back here, but they have a lot of work to do. It's tied up at 1-1 apiece. Chicago has a goal courtesy of Taylor Radish here in the second period. They played dirty. Is that so? Is that so? No, that's just Newcastle. That's how we play. We play physical. If you can't handle it, then, I don't know, get out. If you can't handle that, then I don't really know what to say. That's English soccer. English soccer is rough. It's nasty. Newcastle are the forefronts of that. We play physical. Only problem is half of our team is now injured. And the same could be said for the Buffalo Bills. Half of their team is also injured. But we finally returned to play here. Looks like they finally got everything fixed there on the ice. And now the Sabres will have an offensive zone face-off. Krebs wins it to the point. Jokiharju slides this puck across to Power. Power doesn't shoot it. Instead, puts it into the slot for Olofsson. His puck was loose in front. Mrazek didn't know if he had it there for a second. Greenway was crashing to the front of the net, but it was stopped. So yet another good shot from Victor Olofsson. W. That is nice. The Sabres are actually shooting the puck. Your ears. I thought it wasn't that loud. It's as low as it can get. I can't really do anything else about it. $11:27 to go here. Sabres again win this face-off, but can they keep possession? No, they can't. Bedard gets it out of the zone. Only as far as Henry Jokiharju, though. And the Sabres spin this one back into the Chicago end. Mrazek out wide. They try to get it out, but the Sabres take that turnover and try to work with it a little bit. Goes into the corner. Here's Victor Olofsson going to the front of the net. Couldn't get a great shot off on Mrazek there. Chicago again along the boards, trying to get this puck out. Goes to Victor Olofsson. Olofsson now wide, down behind the net. Greenway on the forecheck there. And now the Blackhawks will clear the zone. UPL touches this one up behind the net. 10:40 to go here in the second period. Sabres and Blackhawks tied up at 1 apiece. Sabres got the scoring rolling in the first period with Rasmus Dahlin, and now they have another opportunity here off the broken play. Zach Benson flinging this one towards the net, but it went over the top of the goalie. And now Benson again draws a penalty behind the net. Looks like Kevin Korchinski is going to go to the box for a trip. So the Sabres are finally going to get a power play opportunity here, courtesy of Zach Benson, who's been fantastic when he's played this year. What's my opinion of Bedard? Well, this season, I think Bedard has been insane. For an 18-year-old, absolutely insane. In this game so far tonight, though, he's been a little quiet. Hasn't done too much. He's started a couple of rushes on the power play, but I have liked Connor Bedard. He's been a point-per-game player as an 18-year-old, which I don't remember the last time he's younger than me. Like, I can't fathom something like that. Being a point-per-game player at that level, it's just wild. But anyways, the Sabres off that face-off very routinely lose it. It's cleared down the ice, and they're going to try to get it back into the zone, but Berturka loses the puck, and the Sabres ice it. What the heck? No, they don't. I lied. But Chicago will send this puck down the ice. But the Sabres have the 30th ranked penalty kill or power play. Why can't I talk tonight? They have the 30th ranked power play in the NHL, and they're not showing me any reason why it's better here tonight. Middlestat trying to get into the zone, going down the middle, and oh my God, Dahlin can't keep it in. It's just a rough power play. So disjointed, no organization, but maybe they can get set up here. Tuck sends a floater across ice to Dahlin, now to Skinner, back to Middlestat on the near boards, into the high slot for Skinner. He takes a shot, deflects just wide of the net, goes to Peterka now. Peterka, Dahlin, his shot was actually, instead of being tipped by Skinner, he kind of blocked it a little bit, but it bounces to the front of the net. Dahlin is there, takes it to the side of the net. Skinner scores! Power play goal for Buffalo. And they finally get that power play goal here in the second period. Troy and Gabriella. Yeah, but Skinner barely gets that one. Barely gets that one in, but yes, sir, it's a goal. Jeff Skinner, his 8th of the season, gets the Sabres out in front. It's going to be a power play goal here, and for a unit that's been really terrible this year, that's a huge goal for that power play group, just to get some confidence underneath them. But big goal as well for Jeff Skinner, but right off the face-off, Sabres under some heavy pressure, and they're going to not take a penalty, surprisingly. That should have been a trip against that fourth line, but Girgensons goes into the zone. Yeah, the goal horn is loud. Yeah, it kind of comes out of you nowhere. Yeah, don't turn it up all the way. Here's Cousins again trying to throw one into the slot. Sabres putting on some pressure now. But eventually Ryan Donato steals it away for Chicago and will go out of the zone. And the puck eventually trickles in on... put the goal horn back on there, but Jeff Skinner, he's got a 5-game point streak now against Chicago. 1 goal, 6 points in those last couple of games, and I don't know why my clock was going there, but anyways, off the face-off, Chicago wins it to the point, slides it across for Connor Murphy, couldn't pull the trigger, forced down into the corner instead. Bunch of Sabres and Blackhawks battling for possession down there. Gets it around to Kurashev to Bedard, across for Murphy, sends a slow slapper onto the net. UPL saw it, but and bounces right in front to Connor Bedard, but he was stoned by UPL. Almost had it there for Chicago. And Buffalo can finally get this one out of the zone. And Victor Olofsson, who, may I add, is one of the worst transition players I think I've seen over the last couple of years. He just has no speed coming out of the zone as Greenway gets upended in the Chicago zone. Why are we blasting that one into the Chicago end? But Chicago turns it over in the neutral zone. Dahlin making a move as he's sliding his way up ice. Gets it to Middlestat. Toe drags. Shoots. It's blocked. Rebound picked up by Jokiharju. Jokiharju going down below behind the net to Victor Olofsson. Olofsson to Benson. To Middlestat now. Back to Benson. Zach with the puck. Holding on to it on the backhander. Slides this one again into the corner for Middlestat. Middlestat looking for some help. Finds Benson in the slot. Couldn't pull the trigger, though. He just banks it to the point for Dahlin. Back to Benson. Benson throws it towards the front of the net. Missed everybody, though. Nearly got on goal. If it did, it would have been in the back of the net. But Sabres are buzzing here in the offensive zone. It's Middlestat going into the slot. Middlestat still with the puck. How is he doing this? Middlestat mode is turned on, folks. We have Middlestat mode. Yeah, Buffalo Sabres. I do remember that game. Where the Sabres won it off that crazy Tage Thompson broken stick one-timer there. That was an insane game. Insane comeback. But it looks like there's going to be another call coming up here against, I'm not sure yet. Is it going to be against Korchinski again? Or Nick Foligno? No, it's going to be against Korchinski. So, with 6:34 to go, Sabres are going to get yet another power play opportunity here. Yeah. Victor, drink some of this. Zach Benson appears to have drank this, and Kevin Korchinski, who just took his second penalty of the period, he's going to need some of this. It looks like he was holding Middlestat as they were both, that was Peterka as they were both going to the boards here, but Sabres in as many minutes as get their second power play opportunity, but right off the face-off, they lose possession, forced to go back into their own zone, and here's Owen Power fighting for this puck. It does win it to Peterka in the near corner. Peterka drops it back for Power. Power, he looks by over his shoulder. Is he going to drop it back? Yes, he does. And the Sabres get some speed going through the neutral zone. Tuck somehow gets that puck out wide. Can they keep possession, though? Peterka down the boards looking for Tuck. Forces it into the corner. Jones is there. Dickinson as well. And yeah, Chicago will now get this one out of the zone. Clears it down the length of the ice. UPL comes out to greet it and hold up play here for Buffalo. Dahlin inside to Tuck to Skinner. Almost lost control of that out of the zone, but finds Cousins anyways. Cousins trying to feed this one down low, but he can, and this it was just too far out of the reach for the penalty killer there. That was Entwistle. Or no, that was Reese Johnson. And now the Sabres again going up the zone. Olofsson kind of lost control of it, and oh boy, this power play just sucks. And this may actually result in a penalty kill with short breakaway. It did, but it didn't result in a goal. Victor Olofsson did get lucky there. And now the Sabres go back the other way. Cousins trying to go cross ice with that pass. Intended for Okposo. Why is Okposo on this power play? Cousins up top to Dahlin. 23 seconds to go here. He throws one towards the net. Stopped by Mrazek. Cousins to Okposo again. Along the boards for Cousins. Back up top for Dahlin. Out wide. No shot yet. 10 seconds to go here. Sabres got to do something. Cousins settles this down. Back to Dahlin. Dahlin across. One-timer. Fanned on there by Olofsson. God, he sucks. So badly. And Chicago, they try to clear it. They can't. It goes to Cousins, the one-timer. It went. He fanned on it again. And now Okposo trying to slide this one on the wraparound from behind the Chicago net, but he got stopped by Mrazek, and now Chicago can clear. Dahlin with it in the neutral zone, trying to feed it ahead for Krebs. Krebs couldn't control the puck, though, but Girgensons can. Along the boards there. Sabres forcing some good pressure here, putting on the pressure. Greenway working all the way behind the net. Pulls on the brakes, goes down low into the corner, but eventually loses control of it, and Chicago can now take it back. And Taylor Hall will throw it into the Sabres zone. Here's Samuelson stepping away from him from behind the net, trying to feed it up to Greenway. He couldn't handle the puck. And Chicago throws this one quickly back into the Sabres zone. UPL comes out to greet it. And leaves it there for his defenseman, who gets it along the boards again for Greenway, who once more cannot handle the puck. Greenway struggling right there. To Samuelsson now. Can he get it out of the zone? Maybe third time's the charm. Samuelsson, he's just gonna, finally he'll launch this one into the Hawks zone. Seth Jones is there with the puck. Out of zone corner, finds Kurashev. First line out here for Chicago. Kurashev makes one move, couldn't get around another, and now Peterka maybe have some speed going the other way. 2 Middlestad out wide. Peterka kind of just throws a no-look shot in the general direction of Mrazek, but it's deflected out of play. And MSG will go for their final, hopefully, commercial break here for this second period. Sabres in as many minutes as get. So Sabres getting some good pressure in the last couple of minutes, but again, no goals there. I really want to see Zach Benson get that first here tonight. Invisible Illuminati, thank you once again, every time. Thank you for supporting the stream. Oh, let's look at how Josh Dobbs is doing. I wonder how he is. Broncos have an early 3-0 lead, and it's Denver that's. We want Minnesota to win, of course, because can't have Denver still alive. But would love to see the Josh Dobbs story continue to progress here because it's been fun. Always thought he was okay there for Arizona. Not really sure why he got traded and benched when he did, but stuff happens. They really wanted to play Collar in that backup, that rookie for a game. Yeah, for sure. Ba-da-da-da-da. Alright. Yes, Illuminati Liquid's hidden the spot, but on that last play, it was actually Rasmus Dahlin that almost screwed up, and it was Reese Johnson that went on the breakaway, and Ukko Pekka-Luukkonen made another big stop there on the shorthanded break to keep this game in favor of Buffalo. But we are back underway here. Sabres losing the faceoff in Chicago's zone. Chicago gets this one down the ice. Kurashev chasing after it. Kind of banks his one back behind him off the boards, but nobody there for him. And Skinner will now go the other way for Buffalo. He drops it back again to nobody. Actually, it was to Connor Bedard, and he skates back up with speed. Bedard crisscrossing, takes the shot, goes wide, rebound, scores. Terrible. Absolutely terrible coverage, and it's Philip Kurashev that ties the game up for Chicago. That was a nothing play. Poor rebound control from Ukko Pekka-Luukkonen, and I'm not sure who's the defenseman there in front. I think it was Samuelsson, who just was, oh my God, cannot do that. And it's now, again, a 2-2 game here, frustratingly enough. A game that the Sabres really need to win, but that's a terrible goal. You cannot give that one up if you're Buffalo. Samuelsson has got to do better in front of the net there. Instead of looking so casual, that's just poor. And Sabres, again, are going to have to find another way to score goals here. You got 2 in this game so far, but unfortunately for them, so does Chicago. Connor Clifton has it behind the net, trying to get this one into the slot for the breakout, but Cousins has it stripped. That's pretty rough from him. Goes into the slot, back out wide. There's a shot on net, stopped by Luukkonen. Oh boy, but yeah, 12 people in the chat here. Sabres again looking
I don't know what's wrong with this team at the moment. They just need to win here. They're a young team that really would love to snowball things one way or the other. They either win like 5 games or they lose 5 games. And right now they're in a 3-game skid, and they're not playing very good hockey here against a 5-win team. Luukkonen's got to come up better with that, and Samuelson in front has got to be better there. And now Chicago nearly had an odd man break going the other way, but it was broken up by Dahlin, and now it goes behind the net. Krebs on the forecheck does a good job to steal this puck away behind the net. He takes it into the corner, along with Owen Power there, or Victor Olofsson, excuse me. Sabres again steal it away. Girgensons. Can the fourth line maybe do something here for Buffalo? Okposo shovels this to the side of the net. Krebs to the point. Jokiharju fans on the slapper. Kind of has it still with it. Gives it to Power, and Power, oh boy. Can this guy not handle the puck or something? Yeah, we really need to. I mean, the fourth line, they're doing good forechecking, but they're not scoring any more goals than before. Here's Jokiharju. That's Philip Kurashev's 4th goal of the season, folks. And looks like the puck went out of the net, out of play with 50 seconds to go in the second period. It's painful watching. What, watching as a Sabres or audio or Blackhawks fan, knowing they kind of are tough. But there's another quick shot. Glove down there by Luukkonen. I wish we could do something here on offense. I wish the Sabres could actually do something here. And I just listened to myself again. I know the microphone's not back to 100%, but I'm like, oh, there's another high shot that hit another Chicago player in front. Yeah. No, the consistency from both teams just rough. But here's Greenway to Peterka to the point. Quick shot on goal. Hits the outside toe there for Mrazek as he came out full stretch there. Well, I mean, you know, Ross, if you're worried about consistency from the Blackhawks, it's a young team, as the Sabres almost had Olofsson to the front of the net. Nearly got a great opportunity, but that is it here for this second period. Sabres, again, tied up after 2. They had the 1-0 lead going into the first, or into the second. They come out of the second tied up at 2. Arguably should be winning this game, but just lackadaisical play in the defensive zone has us where we are right now, and it's really frustrating. But we got 16 minutes on the clock here. That's how long we have for intermission. I hope so, Ross. But the Sabres were supposed to take a step forward this year, and they just haven't. They really haven't, though. And it's frustrating because this is a year where a lot of the teams are grouped together. And if the Sabres just pull 3 wins together, they could really do themselves a solid and get a leg up in this division. Because the Metro doesn't look all that good this year. Just doesn't. I mean, if the Sabres were to win tonight, they would leapfrog the Canadiens and Senators to go to 6th in the division. And they're only, oh wow, they'd be 2 points behind Detroit, 3 points still behind Tampa Bay. And those are the spots that you got to worry about. And right now, top wildcard spots, looks like you need 20 points to get in. Sabres are 5 back of a playoff spot. With a win here tonight, they'd be 3 points back. And I guess it's November, but most times if you're in a playoff spot at the end of November, then most times teams maintain that trajectory all the way up to the end of the season. It's so hard to play catch up. You want to be ahead, but the Sabres, they haven't done it themselves any good here. But if they were to win this game, they have a decent matchup on Wednesday night against the Washington Capitals, who, what? Washington's actually been good? Oh, wow. Yeah, well, I take that back. Not an easy matchup. Washington actually looks like they're doing good after a rough start to the year. Then they come back home to face Pittsburgh next Friday night, and then the Devils Saturday night and back-to-back, and then New York. Oof. So the Sabres really need to win this game, Washington, and they need to get a win against Pittsburgh. Have to be teams that are around you, fighting for those same spots that you are. And at this point, I just don't have the confidence that the Sabres would. But yeah, there you go. You can see next to me, Bills beating the Jets 32-6. Allen with 3 touchdown passes. Shakir having a monster touchdown in the third quarter there. Had 115 yards on the day as well. So his involvement continues to get better here for Buffalo. But yeah, we need to get on a roll. Need to find that consistency. And folks, a reminder, if you're new, we are 2 subscribers away from hitting 1,960. Keep progressing, getting closer to 2,000. Would love to get there by the new year. So let's get it. Let's get it, folks. But yeah, let's just keep going, folks. Why is Cooper Kupp trending? Cooper Kupp got injured. Great. That is awesome. Yeah. But the Sabres in that second period, they were doing better at the end of the period, and then they gave up that terrible goal to Philip Kurashev. Why? Just why? I don't understand. Why can't the Sabres just play consistent hockey like they were at the end of last year? They were playing so good when they were desperate and looking for that second playoff spot. And they came within 1 game of making it to the playoffs. 1 game. Why can't they do that again? I just wish we could be better. We just need to find a result because this team looks scared. And if we didn't need Patrick Kane before, I think we need his offense now, even if he doesn't provide much defensively. Because I don't think defensively it's too big of an issue. I think it's the offensive side where the Sabres need more. We need more. Just haven't been getting that. We got 15 people in here. Thank you, folks, for joining us. If you didn't see already, Skinner and Dahlin have 2 goals for the Sabres. Unfortunately, defense sucks. Our power play, even though they have a power play goal here tonight, also kind of stinky. Doo-doo, not great. We got 10 minutes before the third period, but folks, what do you think? Patrick Kane is going to go play for a contender. Buffalo, unfortunately, doesn't fit the bill. It's weird, though. Every time people say that, Patty Kane and Buffalo keep getting rumored. They keep getting linked, so there's definitely interest there. But I think the biggest problem for Buffalo is their lack of addressing some of their main areas of weakness. Now, we did go out and get Connor Clifton, Eric Johnson, but neither of those guys are top 4 defensemen. And Eric Johnson has been absolutely terrible. Let's be frank. Eric Johnson looks slow. He's not all that promising, inspiring. he looks like definitely his last days were behind him, and they were. He's 36 years old. I'm not blaming him. I'm questioning the idea from Kevin Adams and bringing him in and wasting a roster spot on him when, I don't know, you could have always, there was Jacob Chikrin out there. There was a couple of other guys you could have gone, and Jacob Chikrin, even though Ottawa hasn't been great, Chikrin's been really good for them. Well, Coyote, I think definitely the power play, because the Sabres had, their offense was spurred by getting at least a power play goal a game. Tage Thompson, that's where a lot of his goals came from. Sabres had a top 12 power play unit last year, and so far it's just the exact opposite. When your special teams isn't contributing, it's really tough. You can get 2-3 goals even strength, but it's usually those special teams goals that put teams over that mark. Buffalo in the discussion only puts Kane's value higher for signing a contract. Yeah, because his agent will go, yeah, well, Buffalo is willing to pay $6 million for my guy, so you're going to have to bump it up to at least 4 or 5, you know? You're going to have to up your offer. So I don't doubt that. And that's smart agenting. That's what your agents are supposed to do. You're supposed to leverage teams off of each other. But Buffalo would be a good candidate to be one of those teams that is being used for leverage here. You still think Levi can be number one? Yeah, he's shown a lot of promise, but the problem is every time they put him in there, he just gets bombarded, and when he gets bombarded, he gives up a couple of goals, and then a couple of goals turn into 4 or 5. And he just loses his confidence, and that's not great for a young guy like him. You don't want to thrust him into the lineup like that. When the Sabres were playing good last year, they were playing protected. They were insulating him. They were protecting him at all costs, blocking a lot of shots. And they've been doing that with UPL this year. That's why UPL's stats are better. But with Devin Levi, it just seems like they leave him to die out there. Well, we got a little over 7 minutes to go on the intermission. I love the questions, though. Sabres don't seem to generate any odd man rushes. Yeah, well, that's the transition game, and I'm going to list off a couple of guys here who don't really provide much speed in the transition. Let's go with Jordan Greenway, Tyson Jost, who isn't playing tonight. Peyton Krebs hasn't this year. Kyle Okposo barely has any energy left in him. I'm not sure why Okposo's playing as many games as he is. Zemgus Girgensons, with him too, it looks like the wheels have kind of fallen off a little bit this year. Victor Olofsson, he just kind of flings the puck blindly off the boards towards the middle of the ice. Doesn't matter where he is, when he is, what the context of the situation is. Olofsson will do it, and that most times ends our transitions. So, and the only guys out here that I really think would be that are good in transition for the Sabres is, of course, Dahlin. Cousins has been good. Casey Middlestat, J.G. Peterka, Zach Benson has provided some speed. Alex Tuck as well. Ryan Johnson has looked really good with his layer-breaking passes. Owen Power just kind of stands there. So if you go down the lineup, you really need another guy that can play with speed, because the Sabres play best when they generate speed in the neutral zone, and they just haven't done that. And if we're going to look at it in that term, then it's probably not a good idea to get a 35-year-old Patrick Kane who's coming off a hip surgery, because you wouldn't expect him to provide a whole lot of speed. Does Benson stay? I think he does, Real Deal Prime. You cannot afford to send him down. Every time he's in the offensive zone, he's really good on the forecheck, lots of energy. I just said that he was one of the guys that are good in the transition game. He's got a lot of speed as well. With Matt Savoy, they only played him less than 4 minutes before sending him down, which was kind of a shame. I wish I could see more of him. With Zach Benson, I think he's proven that he can play in the NHL. He has shown, and that's why he's still here. After he got healthy again, I think the Sabres could have really decided to send him down, go back with Matt Savoy, back to the juniors, but they didn't. He absolutely does have to stay. You guys are right about that. Yeah, Jeff, you're right. I totally agree with that. Zach Benson has to stay with Buffalo. Because if you don't, then you're starting Tyson Jost, and that only probably pushes up Victor Olofsson into the top 6. Do you want Victor Olofsson in your top 6 at this point? No. No, you don't. You really don't. But we got just about 4 minutes to go here in this intermission. I love the questions, folks. But I said it before. No, actually, I kind of flip-flopped it a little bit. I made a video where I was anti-Patrick Kane. Then a couple weeks ago, I said I was pro-Patrick Kane. If I had to say right now, I mean, in terms of offense, we definitely need his offense. But he got the same surgery that Nicholas Backstrom got for Washington, and look how that turned out for Backstrom. Not really good for him. Yeah, Coyote, I'm not contending with your point there that he did play good. I was just very sad to see that he only played 3 minutes. I thought it was kind of silly. Why suit him up if you're only going to play him for a handful of shifts, you know? It just kind of seemed like a waste, and I'm not quite sure why. Maybe it's because him and Peyton Krebs went out the night before, but he seemed fine when I watched in the first period when he was out there. The first couple shifts, he seemed fine. So I'm not quite sure why we let him go back to wherever he plays in the juniors. I know they don't play in Winnipeg anymore. Yeah, the game was close. The game is close right now. Chicago, I don't really think they've been the better team here. The Sabres were definitely piling on the pressure going into that last part of the juniors. I know they don't play in Winnipeg anymore. Into that second period. Didn't want to put a loss on the rookie. Hashtag 3 minutes. Yeah, I just don't get why Don Granato did that. But the Sabres definitely needed to address this. But I feel like the Sabres are now going into the second part of their rebuild. And this is the part where they start acquiring NHL-proven talent. You do what Ottawa did. But Ottawa did it wrong. They decided to get this NHL-proven talent. Same with Detroit. Both teams decided to get NHL-proven talent, big names, before their young core grew up yet. I think the Sabres core is growing up. They just need to get more insulation around them. Get a guy like, I really can't think of anybody, but, I mean, this would be a great topic for a video. I mean, I'll look around the league, but, yeah, you guys are right. I think Kevyn Adams does need to shake things up, but over time, it seems like he's really been afraid to make moves. But if there's one team that I'm looking at to maybe pick off a couple of guys, it's the Calgary Flames. Look at Calgary. Look at Noah Hanifin right now. Look at Mr. Noah Hanifin. I think he'd be great. I think he'd be great for Buffalo. That's a good fit. If you want a right-sided guy, Rasmus Andersson. He's under contract for 3 more years, so you don't have to worry about re-signing him, and it's a pretty manageable contract of $4.55 a year for the next 3 years. Or even look at maybe someone like Andrew Mangiapane. Blake Coleman? Nah, Blake Coleman's got too much term. Maybe Elias Lindholm. Nah, too many centers. Dylan Dubé, maybe? Maybe. He's younger-ish. I wonder how he's doing this year. Dylan Dubé. He's got 6 points in 16 games this year, so not bad for him. But yeah, anybody on Calgary, I would definitely take a look at maybe calling Craig Conroy, their GM, and seeing who's available and who's not. But it really did seem like the Sabres were in on the sweepstakes for not only Noah Hanifin, but also for Brett Pesce of Carolina. Brett Pesce, he's coming back from injury. You really want Nikita Zadorov. We've had him before, and he just kind of is big and burly and kind of slow in the defensive zone. I'd much prefer Noah Hanifin. Noah Hanifin would be my pick, but we're almost underway here for the third period. Let me get this all ready to go. But all 15 of you peers, you have survived the purge, the intermission purge. We're about to get underway here with this second period. But Chicago, they scored 2 in that second frame. Skinner was able to get 1 for Buffalo, but this game is tied up at 2. Sabres need a big third period here. Got to get 2 points from this game. Have to. Can't say it enough. Gotta get 2 points. And I can't remember the last time the Sabres won on stream. Let me look up when the last time we saw the Sabres win live. Let me check here. Against Carolina. Oh, actually, it was 2 weeks ago when the Sabres played that first game against the Philadelphia Flyers where the Sabres were totally outplayed but still won 5-2. I remember that game. And then they won a couple weeks before that against the Tampa Bay Lightning in overtime. But, yeah, my record, the Sabres record when I streamed this year is 0-1, 1-1, 2-1, 2-1-1, 2-2-1. Yeah, 2-2-1 when I stream. So I guess it's not as dire as I thought it was, but certainly not great. But we got 18 people now into the stream. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Trying to get to 1960 here, ladies and gentlemen. So if we're only a couple away from that. So if you could, takes 2 seconds. It's easy to do. Please subscribe. And it looks like we've hit 20 likes. Love that. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate it so much. But folks, we're about to get going here. Second period. Both teams back on the ice. Referees on the ice. Fourth line's out there for each team. Trying to set the tone here in this. Actually, first line's out there for each team. Trying to set the tone for this third period. Here we go. We are underway for this third period. Puck flips high into the air. Goes to Tuck at center ice. Tuck spins around. It's going to throw this one into the Chicago zone. Goes into the corner there for J.J. Peterka. Finds it to Skinner. Skinner feeds it to the point for Samuelson. Samuelson trying to feed it back inside for Tuck. Tuck kind of hooking his man there a little bit, but it leads to a turnover in the high slot. Tuck trying to keep it alive for Buffalo. They keep it there. It goes sliding all the way past the stick of Middlestat, all the way through to Mrazek, but no actual dangerous shots there for Buffalo now. Jason Dickinson going back the other way, snaps one towards the front of the net, and UPL gloves it down easily. Instacart advertisement now. I wonder if they have Illuminati Invisible Liquids. They should. They're a burgeoning brand. He's been injury prone. Might not be really fair. Yeah. I mean, I guess. But so is Matthias Samuelsson. But when he's on the ice, his impact has been good. Outside of tonight, where he should have played the puck better on the second Chicago goal. But face off in the defensive zone here for Buffalo. They lose it. Chicago sends that shot towards the net. And it actually deflects wide of UPL, and they can clear the zone. They get it to the far blue line, but Chicago pounces on it again. Ryan Johnson now has it behind the zone net, trying to get a little too cute. Taylor Hall almost snuffed that one out, but the Sabres can break it out now, going near side. Peterka with speed, going across the blue line. Peterka drops it back, out wide for Power, into the slot. Shot, score, rebound! Oh! Peterka hit the outside of the net. I thought they scored. That's why I said it for a second, but no. They didn't, but they keep it alive in the offensive zone. Sabres getting so close there. J.J. Peterka hitting his second post of the night. It goes behind the net. Tyler Johnson has it, flings this one off the boards, and it just creeps out of the Chicago zone. But here's Zach Benson again for Buffalo. He whiffs on his dump-in. Again, another dump-in. Another shot, basically. Heavy play there where the Sabres fan on it. But Chicago just hit... I can't speak. Chicago just lays the puck, so that all doesn't matter. But looking at this last opportunity, Owen Power stepped into the slot. It went to Peterka, and it was inches away from knocking this one into an open net. He looks up to the high heavens. Should have scored that one. But JJ, he's been good tonight. That whole line, Peterka, Middlestat, they've been good. Off the face-off win, Sabres win it to the point. The defenseman just kind of flips this one into the corner, looking for Krebs. He couldn't get to it. Neither could Olofsson. And now Reichel for Chicago can come out of the zone. Lucas Reichel plays this one by one man. Gets it to Dahlin. Dahlin slides it across to Greenway, who absolutely sent Bedard flying. But a loose pass in the slot leads to a shot that deflects just wide of UPL. Puck goes to the far corner, the far boards actually. That was Isaac Phillips who kept it in. Gets it to Bedard. Across. Into the slot. Shot! Oh, it hits the outside. It's still loose there. Lucas Reichel had a wide open net. Chicago, just like Peterka, missed their own wide open net. Here's Vlasic again. Off the boards. That's going to be a call. Yeah. Penalty coming up there against Buffalo. Samuelson, that's just a bad trip. Really undisciplined play there by Matthias Samuelson. And at Chicago, they're going to get their third power play opportunity of the night after getting very close there on the last shift. Lucas Reichel putting in some good work for Chicago. But Samuelson off to the box. 2 minutes for a trip. This is going to be Chicago's third opportunity. They are currently 0 for 2, but they did score not too long after their first power play. So if you're Matthias, can't be doing that. Can't do that. 17-20. We're not even 3 minutes into this period. So penalty kill again, going to have to come up big here. And they do win the first faceoff. Eric Johnson has it now on the corner, gets it along the boards through to Greenway, who chips this one off the boards. It's a foot race down into the corner. He beats Seth Jones there. Greenway had 3 guys on him, still forechecking the crap out of this one, and he actually slides it in front, through to Cousins, and he had the quick shot on goal, but Mrazek was out there to challenge it. That was a good shorthanded opportunity there for Buffalo. Cousins nearly getting his 4th of the year. Off the turnover, Taylor Hall just kind of overskated the puck. Greenway, one hand on the stick, pushed it in front, and Cousins, yeah, nearly had it. Shots right now, and folks, are in favor of Chicago, 21-16, and they've just won another faceoff in their own zone. And Seth Jones will skate forward with this puck before dropping it back to Hall. Hall through center with speed, out wide to Bedard. Connor Bedard, the rookie, down into the corner. Plays it back up top for Seth Jones. Out wide for Bedard. Bedard holds it. Doesn't shoot. Still has it on his backhander. Looking for an option in the middle. He's going to, in the end, play it down low for Reichel. Reichel to Bedard. Up top for Jones. Out wide to Taylor Hall. Hall again down low. On the goal line there. I can't really tell. That's Corey Perry, the bumper. To Hall, in front, Reichel, his shot deflects off a Sabres stick and into the corner. Chicago, though, keeps possession here with Jones. Jones across to Bedard, walking in, shoots. It deflects off the back of the net. The fans thought it was in as they saw the net ripple, but it would hit the back of the net. And Chicago keeps play alive here with Bedard. Again, across the hall. Back to Jones. Shot. Blocked in front. Sabres with a last gasp attempt, and they do get it across that blue line. 30 seconds to go here on this Chicago power play as Jones in across the zone with speed. He shoots it, and it goes just wide at the far corner. And now the puck will squirm all the way down the ice. 15 seconds to go here on this power play for Chicago. Korchinski, he gave away a couple of Sabres power plays in that second period. He's got the puck, finds Khrushchev with speed into the zone. Out wide, looking towards the back post. He had a man driving to the net, but a good stick there from Darlene causes a disruption, and the Sabres now get to even strength, and they come back across center with Cousins. Here comes Dylan Cousins. Shoots it off the skate towards the end of a shift, though, so he just kind of doggedly goes back towards the bench as Chicago throws this one into the Sabres zone. Goes to the far corner. Who's just Skinner with the puck. Skinner looking for Connor Clifton. Clifton plays it out wide. Is that going to be an icing call or offsides call? Was almost. And what? Why did the ref call an offsides in the end? Skinner's looking towards him. He was like, I had to skate back over, but the referee disagrees and calls an offsides there just outside the Blackhawks zone. With 14:58 to go here in this third period, but yeah, that's kind of a that's a rough call. And there's Derek Plant. That's a cool name to see. Assistant coach now for the Blackhawks, but face off just outside the zone. Sabres win it. Jokiar, who shoots this one into the Hawks end. It goes to Skinner along the board. Skinner just kind of had to deal with that bouncing puck. Kind of backhanded it softly towards the net. It was paddled wide by Mrazek, and now they have control of it here. Mackenzie Entwistle turns it over, but Poso can't get it. Make it capitalize off the turnover, and here comes Chicago. Shot in by Reese Johnson. Missed the far outstretched glove of Luukkonen. Sabres have it again. Skinner gives it to Poso. Pass was in his skates. Skinner again with the puck now. Just turns back to his defenseman here. And he has it again. Looking cross ice for Middlestat. Middlestat sends this one into the far corner now. And again, Chicago's going to hold on with it. It's wide Kaiser. The defenseman, Kaiser, looking for Kurashev. Again with speed. Kurashev just kind of lost control of it, though, as he was crossing the big Blackhawk logo at center ice. But he does get it for Chicago into the Sabres zone, but not for long here before Victor Olofsson backhands this one through to Tuck. Tuck to the outside. Pulls up into the slot. The one-timer from Olofsson was blocked. Well, that's because they are truth. They are much faster in transition. The Sabres, again, are not having much space, and when they don't have the right amount of space, they can't generate it for themselves, and defensively they give opposing teams way too much space as they try to go towards the Sabres zone. But here's Bedard into the slot. Corey Perry, a shot in the slot. It's stopped there by UPL. Strong save by him. Here's Zach Benson with his back towards the blue line, trying to just keep possession here. He does. Finds Samuelsson, who will camp out behind his own goalie here as the Sabres trying to just get something going up the ice. They do. Here's Peterka with speed into the Chicago corner. Couldn't control it, though, and now Dickinson for Chicago. Dickinson to Foligno. Foligno shovels this one, scoops it off the boards, sends this one into the Sabres' end. Dahlin is there, trying to feed this one through, gets it to Cousins. Cousins now to Peterka. Through on. He's got space. Clifton was with him, but Clifton fans on it. They may or may not be a rush going the other way. Here's Foligno on the backhand. Foligno holds it up long enough. Cross-ice pass. It goes towards the goal line. It was trickling there, but Owen Power with the goal line save. It had trickled behind Luukkonen, but Power was in the right spot at the right time. Got the one off the goal line. The fans were starting to stand up there. And Power is able to clear the zone, but Chicago again going through center ice with speed. Into the far end. Goes to Kaiser. Keeps it in along the point. Cross ice pass. Shots! That was stopped again by Luukkonen, and the puck trickles all the way around the ice. Out of the zone. Chicago again with possession here, but they turn it over. Sabres can maybe get something here. Girgensons had the angle, but couldn't get the shot off. Instead, banks it to the point for Jokiharju, who sends a shot just wide. Girgensons picking that rebound up off the boards. Plays it down low to the corner. Greenway couldn't get to that one. Samuelsson does. Samuelsson, again, shovels this one. Trying to look far side for Okposo. He gets there. Okposo to Greenway. Trying to center that one. Couldn't get it by the defenseman, and the guy will just send this one down the ice. ASMR. It's been good. Thank you. Who do you think is going to win this game? Honestly, in terms of chances in the last couple of minutes, I would say Chicago. They nearly had a third goal there, but Owen Power was fortunate enough to be there with his stick on the ice to have a goal line clearance. The puck did trickle behind Luukkonen. Here Skinner gets taken down, no call from the referees, but the Sabres still have possession. Tuck drops it back for Power. Looking down low. Into the slot. Tuck the shot. Stopped by Mrazek, but he couldn't cover it up. Can the Sabres keep it in the zone? Yes, they do, but not for long. Chicago coming back out. That's going to be offsides, but the Sabres never touched up on it, which gives Chicago some free reign here to do what they want. But what they do with it is that they ice the puck rather cheaply, too. So the Sabres will get a face-off in the offensive zone here. But just looking at this last opportunity, it was Foligno on the backhander. This is the goal line clearance replay. Found his trailing defenseman, and there's Owen Power with the puck, who just kind of, I don't think it was actually going on net. It looks like it was just going to trickle wide, but even if it didn't, his stick was there. But there's Cousins off the face-off. He fires this one just far over the top border, and now he had it again. There was a rebound sitting in front for him, but he could not pull the trigger again. Cousins just unable to handle these pucks tonight. Unfortunately, I wonder if he's gripping the stick a little too hard. Dahlin purposefully throws this one wide of the net, trying to keep play alive here, and it looks like that backhander play there from him actually went out of play. But with 10:05 to go here in this one, Still tied up at 2 with goals for Buffalo coming from Dahlin and Skinner. For Chicago is Philip Kurashev. And I don't remember who the first guy who scored for you guys was. I don't remember the other Chicago goal scorer. My bad. Hey, thank you for the hearts. I hope the Sabres win. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We need some Illuminati-powered invisible juice here. They're in your parlay. What's your parlay looking like tonight? Is it just the Sabres that you need to win? But yeah, we do have 10:05 to go here in this third period. The folks over on the broadcast decided to go back to a commercial break here. But the Sabres were pushing there. Cousins had a couple of great opportunities, but there's been 2 or 3 times where I say he's whiffing on the puck, and it's unfortunate, but he is. They're in your parlay, but yeah, I never would put anything Buffalo Sabres into my parlay. Hey, but if you put the Bills to win today, I must be feeling really good. Allendale, what's going on? Hello, hello. Mallory, let's go. Go, Abs. What are you, Avalanche fan? Did you mean to say Abs? You'll like? Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate Allendale. Good person right there. Good person. Taylor Radish, that's right. Taylor Radish was the first person to score. I forgot. Yeah, because he was the one that tipped it over the shoulder of UPL just after that power play. We got 17 people, 10:05. Things picking up here between these two teams. Sabres desperately need a win tonight. Got to get 2 points and get to 8-9-1. Because if you go to 7-10-1, you're really looking at a bad hole. And the schedule is not looking great for the Sabres going forward. Gotta go to Washington and face the Capitals on Wednesday. Come back home to face the Pittsburgh Penguins, who already have beaten the Sabres this season. At home on Friday, and then they gotta go again to New Jersey, to Newark, and take on the Devils. So these next 3 games are not going to be easy. Not the slightest. And Chicago, on paper, should be the easiest of the 4, which means Buffalo, you gotta take care of business. But so far here tonight, why is MSG? The MSG broadcast is in slow motion, folks. I don't... What this is... I have not changed the speed at all. MSG is in slow-mo. What the heck? Why is MSG in slow motion? But, did we just get a goal? Oh my god! We just got a goal, folks. Eric Johnson. Oh, he scored! Yes! Eric Johnson coming off the boards. A fortuitous bounce goes in the back of the net, and the guy that has been much maligned by the Sabres community has got a 3rd goal here. And, But yeah, folks, if you don't know already, Eric Johnson had the puck along the boards, walked towards the front of the net, shot it far side top corner on Peter Mrazek. And yeah, just like that, the Sabres have a 3-2 lead now with 9:09 to go in this 3rd period. So there goes that deadlock. Yeah, Eric Johnson needs some invisible juice. Yeah, it looks like he was drinking some of that. But bang, Eric Johnson, that's his 2nd goal of the year. And as I was getting the graphic up there, play has continued. There was a shot on goal. Luukkonen stopped it. Is that his 90th? Oh, wow. He's been in the league, 15, 16 years? But hold on a minute. The dart going the other way was on leading a rush, but actually it's broken up now. Never mind. I can read the chat. His 90th of his career. Wow. For a guy who's in the league for 16 or 15 years or whatever, that's not that many, but he's always been a stay-at-home defenseman, the former #1 overall pick for Colorado. In his first year with Buffalo, that could be a huge goal there for the Sabres to give them the 3-2 lead here. 8.5 to go in this third period. Chicago, oh my gosh, is that going to be a delay of game call? Yeah, looks like Tyler Johnson just flung this one out of play. He was in his own zone on the backhander, and after the break, the Sabres are going to go to the power play, folks. So Erik Johnson has scored. Now the Sabres are getting a delay of game power play, courtesy of Tyler Johnson and his need to send the puck out of play in his own zone. How do you like Erik now, Don? He's still slow. He is old and slow, but hey, he got a big goal there. Yeah, truth, the power play is coming up. Tyler Johnson was skating off the ice. It's going to be a delay of game call against him, Chicago. So the Sabres are going to get their third opportunity here. They are 1 for 3 so far tonight. But W, major W. Really disappointed that MSG. You just should have seen it. They were going in slow-mo. They showed the face-off at first, going slow-mo to win it back. Then it must have gone across ice to Erik Johnson, who then walked down the boards, or chipped it off the boards, beat one guy, and then cut towards the front of the net and shot at far side top corner. So, wow. Luis, what's going on? What's going on, guys? Love to see new faces, new names in the chat. Make sure to like and subscribe if you are new. But the Sabres just picked up the 3-2 lead, going to the power play. 8:28 to go here in this third period. Like I've kept saying here tonight, Sabres really need 2 points. They're on a 3-game skid at the moment, and any points are good points. But there you go, folks. You can see it here. The Bills earlier today beat the Jets in huge fashion, routing them 32-6. If the Sabres win here, both Buffalo teams winning on the weekend would be lovely. Let's go, Buffalo. Let's go. Yeah, so Johnson was going through to the middle of the ice, and immediately, right when that puck went out of play, everybody for the Sabres were pointing up at the sky. JSMR, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. That's a W. And off the face-off, the Sabres win it to the point. Dahlin trying to go cross-ice for Peterka, but that pass was out of his reach, and now Chicago can send this puck down the ice in typical Sabres power play fashion. Don't want to try to force anything here, but the Sabres are 1 for 2 so far tonight. This is the third opportunity. Would love to see a fourth goal here to give yourself some distance, because don't want to leave Chicago in this game. Here's Tuck kind of just spinning around in the neutral zone. No one generating any speed going into the zone. Now Peterka will. Peterka tripped up as he made the play. Sends this one around the boards. Can it be kept in by Skinner? Nah. No, it can't. But now here's Peterka. Cross ice. Oh, he almost had Skinner going to the front of the net. But the Sabres, actually, they kept it in for 2 seconds. I am surprised. But now there's another pass that goes off a skate and out of play. And if you're Don Granato, what he's doing right now, he's getting that first power play unit off the ice because they were not getting anything going there. Middle stab, Tuck, just discombobulated play. Dubs. 105 still remaining here. Face-off will be coming just outside the Sabres zone here. But yeah, there we go. Let me update the sub count real quick. Chicago wins the face-off, and with just under a minute to go here in this power play, they lift this one into the Sabres zone. Luukkonen out to play with it, leaves it there for Victor Olofsson, who finds Cousins. Cousins with speed through the neutral zone. Out wide, gets the receiving touch pass back inside. Cousins looking for a posto. He whacks this one to the far side from Owen Power. Again, Power sends a floater down the boards to Olofsson. Olofsson does good work to temporarily keep it alive for Buffalo down there. But Entwistle eventually gets it. But Benson, great work by him. Keeps it alive for Buffalo. Gets it in front. There's a shot. Oh, Olofsson had a wide open net, but it's a diving effort there by Reese Johnson, who blocked the shot from Olofsson. Tied his stick up enough so he couldn't get all the wood on it. And this game remains tied, a 1-goal game. It again goes to the far side. 7 seconds to go. Benson down low. Oposo couldn't receive the pass cleanly. And Chicago will get this one out of the zone. Is Cousins wearing a "don't punch me" face guard? Yeah, he is. He most definitely is. Folks, one more. 1960. Let's make it two more for safekeeping here. Chicago going back the other way. Off the penalty kill, they get it to Corey Perry. Perry around the boards for Vlasic. Perry again. Going towards the point. He flips this one high and all the way to the opposite corner there. But nobody for Chicago is there to receive the pass. Instead, it's the defenseman Ryan Johnson who gets it to Krebs. Krebs off the boards. Generates some speed. Kind of got interfered with. Gives it to Greenway, who throws that one towards Peter Mrazek, and he dangerously played that with Greenway hounding him right in front of him. But now, Nick Foligno for Chicago just kind of floats one in on Luukkonen, and he will glove that one up. Yeah, Cousins, I don't know necessarily what happened, but during that fight in the tail end of that Minnesota game, he kind of got roughed up a little bit, and something happened to his face. It must have been a sore jaw or something, but he got his face pounded out of him, and he's still wearing the little ice bucket. But we've gone to our final commercial break here of this game. Dylan has learned valuable lessons on whom not to press the issue with. Yes, I hope he learns that he can actually get injured from a fight. And it did cost the team because he missed 3 games, and Dylan Cousins is a big part of us. Yeah, so we've gone to a commercial break. I can't believe you need to be grandfathered in not to wear a visor. I mean, I understand helmets, but visors? Well, I mean, with visors, I kind of do get it, but they have it so thin now. Like, the visors they only cover, like, really your forehead. And I thought the idea was just for them to come down, like, right around to your nose. But I see most guys, they, like, lift their buckets, their helmets up, so, like, the visor, the lower part of it's, like, right here. So, it's kind of defeating the purpose. Not really sure why we even have visors. I understand at youth hockey levels, I mean, we had cages and buckets and stuff, but yeah, I don't really know. But yeah, we got 20 people. It's going to be a very tight game going towards the final stretch of it here, but Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, he's made a couple of huge stops here for Buffalo. Even though he's given up 2 and maybe should have given up 3, he's been solid for Buffalo. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. But yeah, he's faced 24 shots, 22 of which he's saved. So another good night in net for him. Sabres, though, got to reward him with another win here. And off the face-off, in the defensive zone, Tuck and the Sabres do win it. They get it along the boards and gain possession here. Johnson, he's got Eric Johnson. The third goal scorer here for Buffalo gets his one through, trying to find Peterka, who's hit a couple of posts tonight. Always seems like that guy is in on the action, but J.J. Peterka has been fantastic this year. Chicago trying to get across the Sabres blue line, cannot. Samuelson just kind of whacks it back into their own end. Bedard with the puck now, finds Vlasic. Fast Vlasic up along the boards, gets it to Tuck. Tuck banks this one down low, goes behind the net. Mrazek is there. He's going to ring this puck right around the boards and out of the zone, all the way down the ice, but no icing there. Referee deemed that Dahlin could wear it. Plus, they can get a stick. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I've seen some awkward situations like that where the stick gets caught up in the space between the visor and the actual helmet. So it doesn't really make any sense. Just a little decorative plastic at this point. Ooh, Luukkonen almost got caught in no man's land behind his own net. Chicago was forechecking hard, but Sabres get out of it unscathed, but not out of the zone. Here's Taylor Hall into the slot. Tyler Johnson looking far corner with that one. Couldn't get it there. Chicago keeping it in the zone. Shot from the point was blocked. Comes through the near boards for Taylor Hall. Sabres, can they get it out? No, that pass was outside the reach of Greenway. Chicago again with Connor Murphy. Murphy rings this one to the far corner. It's a foot race. Korchinski, can he get there? No. Sabres get there first. Send this one down the ice, but it's going to be called back for an icing call here. With 3:52 to go now in the third period. These guys still out there, and there's Luukkonen just kind of shaking his head a little bit. Knew he should have gotten that puck off his stick a little bit sooner. And surprisingly enough tonight, folks, the Sabres have won the majority of the faceoffs here. It's 27 faceoffs, 1 for Buffalo, 22 for Chicago. So kind of surprised by that. Because the Sabres, well, not there. It's now 27-23 as Chicago wins the faceoff. The defenseman coming down from the point, it's Vlasic, hits the outside of the net. Luukkonen was all tied up along that post and made sure nothing got in. Instead, the Sabres can bank this one down in the neutral zone all the way to the Blackhawks end, not far enough for an icing. Now Seth Jones with the puck. Out wide for Kurashev, trying to go around Skinner with speed. Couldn't do it. Good stick there by Skinner to kind of tie him up there. Less than 3.5 minutes to go now. Goalie got to come out soon. Yeah, Mrazek was, I don't know if you guys saw, if you're watching me and the game, Mrazek was cheating out of his net a little bit there, but I would wait if you're Luke Richardson here. You got 3 minutes to go. Blackhawks have been pushing. They've been looking good. I wouldn't get too aggressive just yet. Here's Krasinski, the defenseman for Chicago. Krasinski going up the far side, banks this one off the boards. And they get this one into the zone. Again, that was Reese Johnson and Isak Phillips both helping that puck through towards the corner, but they can't get it to the front of the net. Erik Johnson instead takes it, flings this one into the Blackhawks zone. It goes into the far corner again for Mackenzie Entwistle. He's trying to get it out. Gets it as far as the neutral zone, and now Connor Murphy and Donato. Here's Ryan Donato with speed going into the Sabres zone. Sends his one far side for Entwistle. He tried to just blindly throw to the front of the net, but Peterka was there to block that effort. Instead, Entwistle sends it down low for Donato. Donato trying to get that one for Chicago. He cannot. Chicago can also, well, they did keep it in the zone. Peterka's going to have his work cut out for him here. He does get it down the ice. Is this going to be another icing? Yeah. Oh, crap. Another icing call against Chicago. No. 2:14 to go now in this third period. Sabres got to really dig in here. Chicago has been pushing for an equalizer. Got to hold on. Luukkonen has been good, but the defensive infrastructure in front of him has got to be better. Insulate this guy. And, folks, you're wondering when they would pull the goalie? They have. And right off the face-off, Sabres trying to go for the empty net. It's rolling down the ice, but I don't think it's going to get there. No, it won't. Seth Jones gets back just in time for it. And now Chicago looking to get up ice. But, yes, Peter Mrazek has been pulled. Empty net here for the Blackhawks. They're trying to get across the ice, but Cousins steals it. Cousins has the puck, looking inside, trying to find Greenway, but he could have just shot the puck. Instead, he tried to get cute and feed it through to Greenway, but it didn't work out. Now Chicago, again, coming down the ice. Here's Erik Johnson around the boards to Corey Perry. Perry feeds it to Hall, who gets it all the way back to the point now for Seth Jones. Across to Bedard. He loses a handle. He slips. The Sabres can go the other way. Tuck trying to get a shot towards the net. He can't. But it goes deep into the Chicago zone. $1:20 now in this hockey game. In the third period, Bedard leaves it at the side of the net for Philip Kurashev. Kurashev drops it back for Seth Jones. Jones going up the ice, sends this one into the Sabres' end. Here's Luukkonen, go for the goalie goal. No, he doesn't. He tries to ring this one around the boards. Doesn't get very far, though. Power trying to deal with it. It goes to the near corner, back to the point again for Jones. Less than a minute to go now in this third period. Bedard across. Taylor Hall, shot towards the front of the net. Rebound, UPL was sprawled. He made the save. Kurashev now has the puck behind the net. Sabres got to hold on for 44 more seconds now. Bedard with the puck. Bedard out wide for Hall. Taylor Hall looking for an option in the middle. He gets it to Bedard. Fans on their feet now. Back to the point for Kurashev. Shoots it. That goes wide off a skate, I believe. And the Sabres chip it out, but they can't get it out of the zone. Kurashev to Bedard. Down low. The pass was just missed there. Jones again has it. Near side boards. All the way around. Perry missed the puck, but not Bedard. Bedard down low. Gets it inside for Tyler Johnson. Looking for the redirection. Now Power has it. Gets it to the point. Again. Not out. These guys are gassed. It goes to the near side. Jones with the shot. 3 seconds to go. Can the Sabres hold on? Perry, one last opportunity in front. And they do. UPO, sprawling pad save, ensures the 2 points for Buffalo. And they hold on in Chicago for a critical victory over the Chicago Blackhawks. Sabres eke out a 3-2 win in Chicago. Victor Olofsson and Owen Power and Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen all coming up big here tonight. Victor Olofsson, just of course he does. That's the bare minimum. But right at the end there, Tyler Johnson sent one. It hit off the inside of the post and onto the pad there. And Oh, the Sabres win by inches. That puck almost went in there, but the Bills and Sabres both win here tonight. Bills win 32-6 over the New York Jets. The Buffalo Sabres, with UPO carrying this team, beats the Chicago Blackhawks. And the skid for Buffalo is over. That three-game losing skid done. Sabres get back on the right side of the results here. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, another really solid performance there, but it was nail-biting right to the end. Tyler Johnson, it went off, deflected off his stick, went all the way to the inside post on the far side. Then there was another whack at it. UPO stretched a pad out there to get the stop. And somehow the Sabres win it despite all of that pressure, folks. Despite all the pressure, the Sabres win it. And glad the microphone is working. Yeah, I'm glad too. But yeah, that was a rough one. That was a tough game there for Buffalo. I'm glad they won it. But still, lots of things to be improved on if you're the Buffalo Sabres. Definitely got to get that speed. That transition still needs to click in the offensive zone, or in the neutral zone, excuse me. And if you're going through in the offensive zone, just need more shots. Still not enough offense, but they finished when they needed to. And yeah, there we go. Sabres win it 3-2 over Chicago. Goals coming from Dahlin, Jeff Skinner, and the game-winning goal will be courtesy of the 36-year-old Goliath of a man, Erik Johnson. Yeah, this is a tremendous day. Both the Bills and the Sabres winning. The Bills game, not a nail-biter. This one certainly was more so of that. But in the end, the Sabres got the 2 points. And they should have won it on Friday night against the Winnipeg Jets. They were very unfortunate not to. But, folks, 16 people in the stream still. Get some final thoughts out there. But whoever said on the poll that whoever responded yes to the poll where I asked you guys if the Sabres and Bills would both win today, the 78% of you that said yes, good job, you guys are winners. 22% of you that said no, come on, have more confidence in your teams. Have more confidence, be proud of being a Buffalo sports fan. But yeah, make sure to hit that like button. Definitely one more subscriber. We need one more to get to 1960. If not, we'll get it another time. But one more to 1960. We'll keep striving along there. But yeah. Oh, thank you, Coyote. Thank you, True. Thank you, Buffalo Sabeskis. Luis, JSMR, Mallory, Allendale. Scrolling back in the chat. Maz, Jeff. Did I say Coyote? I think I said Coyote already. Ross at the beginning of the stream. Thank you, everyone who was here chatting away with me. Cal wishes he could have been here. He was regrettably not. Said he'll be here next time, but yeah, it was nice to chat with you guys. And I don't even know if I would have been able to hear Cal tonight because of my microphone having such major issues. 77% knew about the power of the invisible juice. Yeah, but folks, before going out, reminder, I have an invisible juice here. Invisible juice. Yeah, you don't know what's in here. Maybe vodka, maybe performance enhancing substances. I don't know. But yeah, thank you for them for sponsoring this stream, and thanks for all of you for supporting me here on YouTube. I appreciate it very deeply. And we finally saw the Sabres win on stream. Thank the Lord. We finally got one. But anyways, folks, I was Dodd. This is Buffalo Sports Center. I'm going to head on out and enjoy my Sunday night. But thank you, folks. I won't be able to stream, by the way, until for the rest of this week. I'm going out of town for Thanksgiving. But I will be back, I think. I don't know what I had in my stream schedule that I usually post. But yeah, the next stream won't be, not this week, but next week. So let me see here. I can give you a specific day when I'm back up and live, but It's gonna be oh, actually, I don't have a post ready to go for next week, but I will make my stream schedule and I will push that one out to you guys next Monday. But Tuesday will still be a preview video, and I'll have something ready, another video prepared talking about Joe Brady and how the Bills' offense looked better and made some changes after today's game. Well, thank you, folks. That was Don. Bye-bye. Thank you, Truth. Appreciate it. Thank you, Coyote. David, yes, sir. Yes, sir, everyone. Yes, sir. Red letter day for Buffalo.